Hello, everybody! Hooray!
Hello.
It's
Hello.
Thursday, and we're all playing some Delta Green, the happiest role-playing game on the planet. Welcome once again. Thank you for bearing with us over the Christmas period. We've all been thoroughly Christmas puddinged out, and probably various turkeys have happened along the way, and you never know, drive-by mince pieing. Things like that. We are back. It is January, and we have a doozy for you today. Because, obviously, Delta Green is a bit of a difficult game in that there's a lot of stuff going on all of the time. And... you know, I know that again, I think I said this last time when I wrongly claimed it was episode 9. Today is episode 9, by the way. I think I said last time when I knew that everybody was taking meticulous notes, at which point we went through everything and everybody was absolutely 100% on point and they knew exactly what was going on. Isn't that right, Nick?
Yes, but don't test me on it.
No tests. It's all fine.
I do have notes. They appear to be from a different game, but I do have notes.
No,
I do have some notes.
That is Delta Green, I'm afraid. So that's,
Are you claiming Morecambe here? I've got all the notes, just not in the right order.
Yes.
Yes.
Pulling
the
a
cat
Morecambe.
ate my homework.
Make coffee out of it later.
Yeah.
Less of the civic talk, thank you.
No, we're done with that. It's finished.
That's happened last year. That's last year's news. Did everybody have a lovely Christmas?
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
All the family
Certainly
obligations.
Family things
Can't wait for next year.
The only reason I really bring it up is because I just wanted to say, like, one of our friends, the lovely wife of Toby, who's at Troubles of the Two-Ton Bridges, she made these for me and Natalia. Look.
Oh,
Basically, they're all crocheted.
They're all crocheted.
Health potion.
Yeah, it's a crocheted health potion.
Amazing.
And you put your dice in it. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, Nick, when you see them, she's got one for you as well. She's made it from literally everyone in the job.
That's very sweet.
That's lovely.
So thank you, Laria. That's absolutely lovely of you. I will be using my health potion today because I'll probably need it.
I think cleric probably might need it.
Cleric may need it. I don't know I don't know if anybody's particularly low on health at the moment. Health is not so much of an issue.
Do you have a psychologist in a bottle?
Not low on.
Can you
not
convert
low on
it to
health.
therapy in a bottle?
Not low on health so much as I might be. Let's re-establish 1 point away from my breaking point.
Yes.
I think
do our best to
I
get
think you and I, both of us later, will be just sitting and going, wibble.
Yes.
As long as you have the pencils up your nose.
Underpants on the head.
That's the plan.
So, I mean, really briefly, where are we in our little game of Viscid, which I might add is by Arc Dream and written by Dennis Detweiler. You can find that on Drive-Thru RPG, by the way. Which
is
are
a
we?
marvellous website. Please send us more.
Many, many, many things on there. Where are we? We are in the process of heading over to a solicitor's, I believe. The actual last time we played, mainly you were kind of in a greasy spoon. You were looking over all the notes that were given to you by one of the detectives that you managed to track down.
Oh,
yes.
Hadn't we gone back to?
I think we're at a hotel, weren't we?
Memory of a hotel, yeah, and we sat in the sort of bar area, just looking on.
Yeah.
So you ended up. I believe you went through a coffee place at one point, but
You
had
done?
You did. you had a look at all of this stuff, and you managed to get a couple of different, like a couple more clues as to sort of what's going on. But unfortunately, as is the way with Delta Green, the big picture is still not there.
Mm-hmm.
All you actually really know is that Grieves, who is our dead body, who was the retired geneticist, was found dead in his home with his living girlfriend. He's obviously been taking some kind of deliveries from somebody, but via this detective agency. You don't know what those are. You think they might be some paperwork and things like that. But according to Ted Belton, who is one of the detectives, he doesn't know. Only, unfortunately, the Wells, who is currently in a coma, in a medically induced coma, because she was shot by a high-powered rifle for
In the
reasons,
upper left arm.
reasons
my
unknown. On the left arm. Reasons
Probably
unknown.
got nothing to do with her maybe knowing about those deliveries, right? Though, right?
Yeah.
Well, we don't
Probably
know.
not
That.
Absolutely.
anything
We
to do
don't
with
know. I
that.
mean, this is
It's probably a random high-powered rifle shooting in England.
to somebody that's important to the case.
Yeah.
You know, I reckon that the small case of firebombing was probably an accident as well.
That too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happens
It,
all
what
the
did we
time in
find out?
scenarios.
Not that it was napalm, but it was like, was it napalm?
Nearly napalm.
Not napalm.
Nearly
It was
Embalm.
no, it wasn't napalm either.
Sorry?
It was actually Crazy Eddie should remember this. It was oh wow, it's gone out of my head. But it was C4.
It was a
with-
chemical fire anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's C4 with
It was thermite.
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 Thank you.
Oh,
Serious shit.
Oh, you mean the one
Serious
that's not?
shit.
Yeah. Okay. The other
Mm.
the other explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, or are we talking about your firebombing?
I was talking about ours. Yeah, with embalming.
There's so many firebombings in Delta Green. What can I say?
Oh yes, that one. No, that was
So, I mean, how do we feel moving forwards with this at the moment? We are all heading towards this solicitor.
Maybe I should get
Which-
some
is that-
advice from him before I call the police.
Is that Aaron Silverman or is that a
Yes, it is.
different one?
Yes.
Yeah. So my notes for Aaron Silverman. He's the main person at law firm, owned property since 1979. Start of the 80s, frequented Woodbridge area. Military law work at Woodbridge. He's got one client and only one client, which is the RJ Ortega. Previous clients include Justin Croft.
Ooh.
There you go. That was my notes. Can't remember what half that means.
He,
There you
and he
go.
apparently either he or his company made 300 million last year.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
well remembered.
That's a lot of money.
Mm.
Let's just take a run at this guy.
Yeah.
Let's see what
The-
happens.
Okay. All
Let's
right.
just get Eddie to smash
Well,
his hands to bits with a hammer and
Let's.
Well,
see what he knows.
basically, RJ's mother married Ortega, who's his stepdad, and they had loads of employees. And there's that whole weird thing of, who's his daddy? And it could be somebody.
Who's his daddy?
Yeah.
So,
Who's his daddy? Yeah.
some interesting things going on, but
They don't tell us what the blue goop is, though, do they? Or what,
it doesn't.
but never mind.
It doesn't tell you what the blue goop is. But that's because Delta Green is not about guns. Delta Green is not about a bug hunt or blue goop. Well, it is kind of about blue goop. Delta Green is not about understanding. It really isn't. Delta Green is about the end. Will we ever reach that end? Who knows? The end of everything. Your family, everyone you know, your country, all life on Earth. This game. It's about the end of everything and your place in it. Because you will end too, and that means like characters as well as people, because that's fun. That's what the fear is about. That's what this game is about. It's not about winning, it's not about advancement, and it's not about the best weapon or the most clever plan, thank God. Delta Green is about the end of everything and how much of it that you will live to see. Welcome to Delta Green.
Woo! Play that train.
An office. Large windows look out into an inner city skyline. People walk backwards and forwards across the camera in our mind's eye. The camera moves forwards and we see a man sat at the desk and he's placing a phone down. A nameplate on the desk says, Detective Inspector Grayson. Did you speak to him? A voice from off camera. Grayson looks up. McTavish? No, apparently he's away on business. Spoke to the wife though. No bother. Fancy a pint? It's getting on. Grayson pulls himself up from the desk and follows the other voice. Too fucking right. I need a drink after the day I've had. Poor fucking kid. The screen dips to black and is replaced by another phone. This time it is held by a woman who is, I believe she's blonde, she's middle-aged. Cleric, what does your wife look like?
Blonde-ish. Probably. She's not a trophy wife because he's a professor. Professors don't tend to have trophy wives. Some of them do,
But this guy does.
Keeps herself fit, probably. Wears a dental uniform a lot.
Did she do power walking?
Because she works at a dentist, I was saying.
Yeah, she works at a dentist.
Yes,
yeah, that's right.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
it's
just
not
some, not just some.
Just
kid,
randomly
no.
wears the uniforms.
No. Or the-
Hey, we aren't yucking anybody's
Oh, dress as
yum.
a care. Go on, love. Dress as a care assistant for me tonight. What?
Put the cardi on.
Go on, and the tabard. Yeah.
Brilliant. She stood there in her dental uniform. With a white coat, I'm assuming. She's got a mask on.
She's a dental
Hygienist?
dental
Hygienist?
nurse.
Dental nurse.
So she's not actually a dentist.
Fine.
So she might not have the long coat on. She's probably got the little faux nurse's uniform thing that
Fine.
dental nurses have.
Fine. All very, very kinky. Right. Alison Evans McTavish stands there on her phone. And she's in a nice hallway, which is populated with some photos. And you see, as we pan across, there is a cleric, Frank, to his friends. And he's stood wearing some armor. It's like, okay, sword up in the air. And you see that it's at some kind of Renaissance fair or something where he's been doing some kind of reenactment. And then there's a few more photos of family and friends. There's a lovely photo of Alison and Frank in the park. It's a particularly nice memory because that's one of the first times that they ever had a date. And they went to the park and took some photos, and they're very happy in that photo. You pull back, and Alison is on the phone with tears in her eyes. Frank, why do the police want to find out about this kid? They said that you were the last person to talk to him or something? What happened? Are you going to call them?
Listen, it'll be fine. When I saw him, I didn't realise I was the last person to see him. Obviously not.
Of course.
I'll
of
give
course.
them. I mean, what's the time now? What time did they call you, love?
It was a couple of hours ago. I've only just managed to get home from work, and
What is the time now? It's the early evening, isn't it?
we're starting to get into the early evening, so it's
it's
around
like
about
7-ish.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know they're supposed to work 24 hours a day, but listen, love, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. I'll give them a ring tomorrow.
Okay.
How are you? How's work?
It's the same. It's the same as always. You know, one mouth is as the same as the next.
That's not what you said last week.
It's true. It's the
As long
kids.
as you-
It's the kids. They just don't brush.
Baity little bastards as well.
Don't you know it? Still got that scar.
I know. Every time I see your pinky finger, I see this fucking bite mark on it.
My mum wanted to know if it was you.
No, my teeth are bigger and I bit you on the bum.
I didn't show her that one. Look, make sure that you call them, because it sounded serious. I said,
No, listen, I'm sure it's nothing. Well, I don't know until I talk to them, but as I said, I went to see him because he'd not been to university for like 3 weeks and people were worried about him. If it turns out I was the last person to see him for whatever reason, then we cross that bridge when we come to it, isn't it?
I know.
But I promise you faithfully, I'm not murdering students. Some of them I'd like to, but he was all right when he was actually working properly. He was a good lad.
Okay. I'd actually like you to roll me something. Persuade.
Why? I'm telling the truth.
Yes,
More or less.
But what you're
Version of
suggesting is that you don't know anything about Roshan Singh.
No, I didn't say that. I said I didn't
No.
know why the police wanted to talk to me. So persuade.
I'm going to give you plus 20. I'll give
Good,
you
because
plus
I've only got 22 to start with.
20. So just under.
You know, you gave me plus 20.
Yeah,
Can you give me an extra
50.
33 on top of that, please? No, because I rolled 74.
Wow. Okay.
So you need to be like a master bullshitter like Twist. She's got 84 in persuade.
What do you think?
You can kill anyone you like.
She's
and
the
it doesn't
wife.
matter.
I'm not lying to her. That's the problem.
You're not. And all I'm doing is I'm just working out a baseline
Yes, of
for how
course
things
you
are
are,
going.
Jonathan.
That's all.
I'm just making notes for later.
It's fine.
So,
It's fine.
to be honest, if she sits there and sort of like it goes very quiet, I'm going to lose another fucking point of sanity.
You know.
Don't
it's
forget to
fine.
mark it off though, because
Do not. Yeah, as you failed that, do mark it off.
Oh yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm doing this, is to increase your scores. Okay, so she, you hear her just kind of breathing on the phone, and she just says, okay. I love you, Frank.
I love you too. I'll be home soon, I think.
Okay. See you later. And she puts the phone down. Now,
I feel that could have gone better.
I believe that's fine. Look, this is life. You are. Where are you? Well, you're. I believe you said that you were in the.
We was at the hotel, but I think
hotel.
Frank and I think Argos had gone outside.
I was outside
Yeah.
when she called me having a cigarette. I think.
Yeah, I think both of them have gone out there.
No, I think Argos had gone back inside. I think we literally sort of almost crossed paths. I was going out. She was coming in.
I know. I'm sat on the table
More
with
or less.
Crazy Eddie.
Okay.
Hang on, wait a minute. Hey, did we leave the two murder hobos alone together?
Twist and Eddie.
So we go
you
back
murdered?
inside. The place is on fire. You know, so like they're running around with a
And
burning.
they've got the internet.
Yeah,
We're in a hotel having a meal. What do you think that we're going to do at this point? It's just kind of like, what do you feel like after dessert? Murder? You? Murder? Yeah, okay, fine.
Don't you
I don't
spot a
know,
murder?
set fire to the internet, maybe.
Hey, it could happen.
I think there's as many votes for as against for that one.
So, so Argus, where are you exactly?
I believe the last thing I did was call Oliver.
Yeah, you did.
And then go to bed. I think is what I did.
Is anybody else like going to be heading to their respective bedrooms for the night?
Not just yet. If it's only 7 o'clock, probably not quite yet.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry, Twist. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was just about to say it's a bit earlier. I think last time I did say Twist had messaged her sister and sent a couple of photos of just pulling faces and stuff to her niece.
Oh yes, I remember.
All those important things.
These are important things. Eddie, what do you have any particular plans, or are you going to head to your room?
It's been a couple of days, so he'd probably call up his sister and just check the dog's all right, that she's not causing any trouble, or gnawing the door frame or anything like that.
Yeah.
And once he's happy that everything, he's had that touch of normality at home, he'll be quite happy to just kind of refocus on what he's doing.
Okay. And what is Eddie's sister's name?
Elaine.
Elaine. Okay. Now you have suffered some sanity damage, haven't you? What are you currently?
Not that much, annoyingly. As I said at the end of the last episode, I've accidentally rolled up a psychopath.
Oh yes. Whoops.
Welcome. Come with me.
Doesn't...
It's fun over here.
I've lost. How many have I lost? I've lost 7.
Okay, really, it's not a whole heck of a lot. Just as an overview, Argus, where are you currently standing in terms of? I know it's not great, but
in terms of my my san,
yes,
I am 47 of 60.
47 of 60. Okay, and your breaking point is 46.
48.
Oh, okay. So does that mean you've gone past your breaking point?
I don't think so, because I'm a point away from it, right? It builds. Does it not build?
No, it goes
No,
down.
it goes down.
Interesting.
So you might already be.
Well, either
He's
I've
in
already
two
gone
worlds
insane and not
because of it,
realised
yeah.
it, or I've been doing this wrong.
That's fine. That's fine.
Bearing in mind that your breaking point is higher than my actual sanity.
God.
I mean, that's not impossible, right?
No, that's
Eddie,
not
what's your
I don't think that's
maximum
impossible.
sanity points?
Maximum is 60. I'm currently on 53. Breaking point 48.
Yeah.
Not bad. Mine's my maximum is 70 and my current 63. So, yeah, we're both
Psychopath.
My maximum is 45, and I'm currently on 40.
Okay.
With breaking point of 36.
I'll leave it to your ruling. Me being 1 point off my breaking point has been a feature of the last
has.
3 episodes.
It has.
So why don't I just change it?
I'm happy
and
for it
make
to
it-
stay there. Yes.
Whatever the reverse.
49 or whatever.
It would be 40. Yeah, if your breaking point is 48, you'll be at 49.
So be at 49, right?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yeah.
go on.
So if you remember, what happens is when you hit your breaking point, various things will kind of occur, but
Can't wait.
That will also depend on what the situation is with kind of in general how you're doing. This will be your first breaking point for everybody, actually, interestingly.
No, I didn't.
I know
Well,
we've had a cleric.
I don't think he's hit his breaking point. You've not hit your breaking point yet, have you?
We had a fight or flight from somebody. I'm sure we did.
Yes, that's
Cleric was very close.
that is probably from losing a large amount of sanity.
So I lost a bit.
Oh yes, and then you
I
rolled.
think Cleric has almost hit his breaking point before.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah, it's right on the edge. Wasn't it?
So, you said that there wasn't anything in particular that you're necessarily wanting to do, or am I wrong? Are you just going to kind of whittle away the evening, or are you going?
What's the plan for the? Have we got a plan for the next day?
Do you have a plan?
I have an idea.
Was the plan.
Feel free to ask me anything. Oh yeah, and also, do bear in mind that I realise that we've had a couple of little breaks, so it's always worth me kind of a little bit of help along the way. So, this solicitor that you are going to see, why is it that you are going to see him? Just as a prompt.
Because he only has one client.
Yep.
And that client is part of Ansel Inc., American co-owned by R.J. Ortega, who's a super successful inventor and exec. He created a body armor that's twice as strong as Kevlar, but half the weight. And it's a PO box in Plymouth, paid for by Marcus Silverman at Green.
Fight Night Weave, apparently.
Yep. What else? RJ's mother, in her early life, lived in Woodbridge. No record father. There's a trust set up by Marcus Silverman Green for the mother and son, Pastor Ortega, in 2004.
But this is just kind of history stuff.
It looks all connected weirdly.
How is it connected? Do we remember?
Oh, hang on. Let me go back.
I will help.
Ortega owns was part of potential.
Ortega is a side issue right now. The main thing that has dogged you from the very beginning with Marcus Silverman and Green is that they have a connection to Greaves.
Check stub.
Yes.
Check stub to the solicitor, Aaron Silverman, paid to builder over.
He paid some amount to a builder, and he also is related to let's see, what was the actual
R.J. Ortega?
Yes, yeah, he's also got connections to Ortega.
Justin Croft? Yep.
Yes. There is also Belton discovered a connection to Potentia Holdings, of which
Ted Belton. That's
Ted Belton, who is one of the detectives.
That's the guy we met, and then we went to his flat.
Yes.
Or sort of I went to his flat, and you guys followed me.
Yeah.
Not in a weird way, though.
Well, so,
a bit of a weird way.
It was a bit of a weird way. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not very good at being inconspicuous.
It's a big guy. So Potentia Holdings also are related to the people who were hiring the detective agency to deliver stuff, whatever that is. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you don't necessarily... I mean, let's think about this as lawbreakers. Are you necessarily thinking that you want to go in there all guns blazing, or are you wanting to stake the place out, or are you just wanting to kind of fish around for some leads, ask anybody else about him? There's a there's plenty of different routes that you could potentially
If we talk about what we should ask, Twist is quite happy to go in there as an inspector, a sector inspector, to question them
as the law.
or talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, but as a there's an interest there because of something or other.
Mm-hmm.
But posing as a detective with her fake ID.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you got any questions?
But I need to know what people want me to ask because I can't remember. So, so if people,
what do you want to find out? Is the question.
Well, we need
to be talking about.
I guess we need to find out what was behind, or who was behind the lab being set up. Who started the ball rolling for that? I guess, and who is actually supplying the equipment and the subjects to be looked at. I.e. the blue goop. Yeah.
So we could basically be that we are sort of detectives on this case, and somebody has died, and we're investigating it.
They know the guy though, don't they?
Yeah, we have found a check stub that implicates them or puts it. Can they explain?
I wouldn't necessarily flag it as
that's the main connection of why we would be going there, isn't it? What proof we have?
I would say linked rather than because the other way sounds like they're guilty of something, and it's a surefire way of getting them to clam up.
Yeah. So if we say that this was found, can you possibly enlighten us to what
your connection between?
Connection, yeah. Tibalt Grieves and Potentia Holdings. Yeah. Was it Potentia Holdings or is it
Potentia? Yeah.
Or is it Potentia Holdings? Yeah. And do we want to say anything about what we know, like to do with Ortega being related in any way to Silverman or anything, or are we keeping that to ourselves for now?
I don't see how it's relevant to our investigations into the lab and their connection with the lab.
Okay.
I mean, if it comes up in conversation, then we can maybe find a way of weaving it in there. But
well, I think Potential Holdings is tied to Ortega as part of Ansai Link, and because that Robert Ortega is Potential Holdings, and Silverman is then connected to RJ Ortega. I think, is that right? And they're his only client. Is that right, Mr.
Yes.
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 We might need to mention it just to be why they're connected.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's not. I don't know.
Well, the check stub just says Silverman. What does the check stub say? It says, solicitor Aaron Silverman. So it doesn't actually say Potential Holdings or anything, does it?
It doesn't. But you have seen through other stuff that Silverman is connected to Potentia, basically through Ted Belton's.
I mean,
so maybe if we speak to him about
you could just turn. Yeah,
I mean, if he if it sounds like he's absolutely bullshitting, and then maybe start going, well, obviously we are investigating this and we have researched this. We can see that the potential, that you are involved in Potential Holdings. Potential Holdings was owned by RJ Ortega, which seems to be your only client. Could you elaborate on this? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, turn around and say to them that we've got check stubs which show you making payments to Dr. What's his name. We've also found documentation.
Stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, we've also found documentation from Potential Holdings. We're wondering if there was any connection between the two.
And was Potential Holdings the place that blew up?
No.
No. What was that?
That was the
That's the detective.
Private
the
investigators.
offices of the
Private
private
investigators'
investigators
office,
that
yeah.
blew up. I mean, along with a bunch of other shops,
Yeah.
shops, because
That's where
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thermite was used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it ended up melting filing cabinet.
Mm.
Yeah.
And bricks.
I think
So,
that feels like enough to be going along with. Like, I think
Yeah.
we should put Twist in a room with this guy and
Has
Maybe
anybody else
take
wanna come in
take
there
her
with me?
handgun away first.
No, that sounds no.
You gotta spoil everything.
I just
Yeah,
started
exactly.
blasting. I just started blasting.
Exactly. If it goes wrong, then just shoot him.
Does anybody else want to come in with me and be my,
Wing.
So when are we going? We're going tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got my fake police badge as well. So yeah, fine. I'll come.
Maybe a copper. Like, it'd be good to have some. I mean, like, we've got good people in the room to see if he's lying. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the best at people skills.
I'll drive you there. I've got a human to 13.
cool.
I'll get.
You've got one less than me.
Well,
Right,
I've got like my
I've got 14.
My persuasion's 84. My humans is 87. So I'm that side of stuff I'm good with.
What?
Bureaucracy 63. Alertness 73. They're my highest.
Great.
What about you, Pip?
Yeah, I'm more good at reading, but I'm more good at reading people than you guys, and my grammar am excellent.
Me
Yeah.
and big man in read people.
Big word, good. Now?
Now go.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you two then go in together, you can be sort of perhaps the good cop, bad cop, and I'll
I'll
stay
but who
outside
am,
with-
the only thing is, who am I? And this person is a solicitor, so like they're not going to be stupid.
have the police badge. Have
Especially
the
about, like, I mean, if you want to give me your
Didn't
badge,
they give us fake police badges or something?
No, well,
not
they
police
gave
badge,
you
we had, what was it?
CDC badge. No, not
Yeah.
CDC, but the English version of the CDC.
Which is a completely legitimate thing to go in there with, by the way. Bear in mind,
Yeah, so
you
if-
found
Excuse me.
Of
evidence.
biological contamination.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
that works for me. That works for me.
So, yeah,
You
if
be
you
a-
come in with
be a
that
cop
one, and I'd be the
I'm
detective.
You're
I'm
signed an investigator for the
for the
CDC.
whatever
Let's
we
say.
are. GDC, CDC, whatever we are.
It's the words.
You should
So-
know, John.
Trying to remember
Tell us.
people's names.
Tell
What are our
us-
fake names?
Tell us
Tell you.
now.
I will tell
I
you.
think I'm Natasha Thompson. It's my
Yes, and my fake
police
name is
thingy.
Richard Reed.
cool. Yeah.
HSA. There we go.
HSA, good. There we go.
See,
Good.
someone's paying
HSA,
attention.
but I did have it somewhere, but I just wrote the letters HSA down, which doesn't mean anything to me. Like
Dr. Angus Capaldi. That's me.
Well, like, why don't you
I've done
guys,
lots of
like,
notes on
I don't
that.
know, like, just go through his bins outside to see if you can find. I'm not kidding. That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, see what you can find. See if you can find anything outside.
Or you could pose as maybe somebody going there that wants a solicitor, like separately.
Do they advertise though? If they've only got one
Yeah.
client who earns £300 million a year,
it
they're not going
doesn't
to be
sound like-
advertising
Yeah.
for new clients.
Well, let's go down there, see what happens.
Yeah, we
and
go
then
down
if someone's out, if someone makes a break for it, we got Eddie's outside.
Or Eddie, if he's got his hard hat and stuff on, he could be doing something through the window, for not in a weird peeping Tom way, but he's got a ladder. He can be fixing something. I don't know,
Go up the
whatever.
ladder.
It just up the ladder with a chamois leather, just like looking through the window. Going,
Great. I mean, this plan's foolproof, and I think
Exactly.
if we talk about it any longer, we run the risk of making the plan absolutely perfect. So let's stop.
No one needs to do that.
Let's just go do it.
Okay,
Let's do
let's
it.
go.
Okay.
what I would like to do whilst we're after dinner, before going to bed, whatever, I'm going to be on my laptop seeing if I can Google anything about Roshan Singh.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you tippy tappy away on your laptop, and you find that there was a a news story. It's just a local news story, and it's just from Leeds, saying a local university student at Leeds University is missing, and it's dated. I believe it would be around about April. Of
When did
the
we go see him? That was
This is
after, wasn't it?
2014, is it? No, what year are we? 2014 or something?
yes, I think it was 2014. Yeah.
We did our last mission in February 2014, and that wasn't to do with him. That was to do with the reverb. So that would have been a little
Was it
while.
February?
That would have been a little while.
4 years
Okay.
before, yeah.
No, it'll be. Hang on a sec. When did you do the reverb?
That
thing?
was,
Reverb was not long after we did the
Reverb was
pen, wasn't it?
2014. No, yeah,
It's
Reverb was
2014
2014. It was
It is
Valentine's
still
Day.
2014. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's
right.
fine. I
Very
just
club.
wanted to make sure that it wasn't
So is it
All over the place.
still from April 2014?
about,
yeah?
about March, let's say.
So it's been a few years, been a little while.
No, it's been a few months.
I thought it was 2000 when we did him. Okay, I don't know. There's too many of
It's 2014.
Twister's lost time. Okay.
So same year.
So
So
Twist, before she
So I was
goes to
just
sleep,
gonna-
she's gonna.
sorry, I was just going to say we saw him late 2013 or early 2014.
Early 2014.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
That's okay.
So he's now missing apparently. Obviously Twist doesn't know because she doesn't know what you're looking at. Twist is also going to send a brain teaser in Pig Latin to her sister's phone to give to to Lula.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you send that off. About 20 minutes later, you get an answer. And
Is it all correct and know it all?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She has nailed it 100%. And there's this little note that's just underneath it and that says, send something harder next time.
No dick pics, please.
She's all of I've forgotten how old I said she was. I think she's 7. No,
7.
9. 7 or 9. Well, yeah, but yeah,
think the
she's not very old.
So, are you all going to head to your bedrooms for the evening? Is that the plan? And then in the morning, you all get up nice and bright and early and head over to Marcus Silverman and Green's. Yes.
Yes.
Twist will try to empty her mind a bit. She'll do a bit of meditating, have a bath, and then go sleep.
Cool.
Try
Makes
to
sense.
pretend she's sane.
So, yes, you're probably the sanest person here. Despite you being an obvious psychopath as well. So, you all wake up in the morning after actually quite a relaxing night's sleep. You aren't on the run. You've not had any huge issues during the day, if I recall correctly. You've pretty much you've met up with a couple of people. Admittedly, you did find a what's called a green box, a lockup, which had some weird shit going on in there, but there was no murder. There was no accidental firebombings. There was nothing like that. So, comparatively speaking, you all had a great evening.
Can
You
I
wake
ask
up-
as well? Are we in a Premier Inn or
It
we in
was something
somewhere else?
like that.
Yeah.
It was
Something high
similar
class.
brand of
Cool.
hotel.
Yep, that's all good. Yep.
Something high class, and where you get a breakfast. So you all wake up. You meet up, and perhaps you have something to eat in the morning. You jump into the car. Cleric has 2 breakfasts. You'll jump into the car and head over towards a place called the Crescent, which is in Plymouth, and it is essentially a kind of like a road which is actually a crescent, and you have these lovely buildings which are very tall Edwardian buildings which kind of line the street as you come up to it. Some of the buildings have obviously they've been turned into businesses, so you see a couple of different perhaps like another solicitor's to Marcus Silverman Green. You've got an estate agent's there as well. There's also like a kind of
Probably a Londis.
No, it's a lot nicer than that. It's just not
a pound shop.
They're always there.
Randomly.
Yes, pound shopping. No, so you've got the steps that lead up, and with the lovely kind of like arm rails that go up, the handrails, and like kind of really lovely airy windows, and like this kind of light brick building has the actual sign
like
of
original
Marcus.
features from being
It's all it's really nicely done. All very respectful of the architecture, and there is a sign that says Marcus Silverman Green Solicitors.
I'm guessing like a brass plaque sort of thing.
Very much so. Actually, within the window itself, they've got this kind of gold writing that has been just etched onto there. Yeah.
But it looks like it's been there for a long time, I would suspect.
Yeah, it actually, if you have a look at it, it's established. What would it be? 86, sometime around about there.
Okay. We need to find out if it's the same Silverman.
Well, if you remember it, he's Aaron Silverman's main personal author owned the property since '79, but start of '80s frequented Bridge area, so it would have been around that area at that time.
No, we need to find out if it's the same Silverman who started the company in 1856.
No, it wasn't 18. It's 1980.
Oh, 1950. I thought it said 1856.
No, 86.
86. Yeah.
86. Yes.
All good.
So, the morning is bright. The air is clear, and as you walk up to these steps.
Before she goes this, well, Twist has kind of gone for her typical sort of detective inspector kind of clothing. So she's got like a pale blue ironed smart fitted shirt on, just smart, trousers, a belt. She's got her ID thing attached to her waist. She's got a travel mug with a load of coffee that she stole from the hotel in there. And a little notebook in her pocket as well, with them. Probably some shitty pencil or pen or something,
Yeah.
Basically,
so Eddie, I'm
detective
assuming...
things.
Eddie,
Arthur is wearing exactly what he wore yesterday.
Yes, that makes sense. Slightly sweat stained.
Look, I didn't know we were going to be away this long. Yeah. They didn't tell us. They said, come now. They didn't say pack for weeks.
I just imagine wearing exactly the same as what he wore yesterday, but with added breakfast.
There's a bit of breakfast on it.
A bit of egg. Yeah.
Maybe the underwear, I've worn them one way, I've turned them inside out, worn them the other way. They're now backwards.
They're back to front.
You sprayed them a lot with deodorant in the hopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well seasoned.
A teenage shower.
I definitely look like I work for the HSA.
Yeah.
Just a super hygienic looking man.
Yes.
Yeah. Carry on.
He walks in, just goes, all right. Don't worry about the pus.
Pus? Where's this pus come from? There's pus now?
No, I was just thinking, you remember the British Empire?
Yes. Oh, yeah. God.
Colin.
The Colin, yeah.
Really? Just,
oh, God.
Yeah. Anyway.
It reminded me that existed.
Anyway.
Oh, I blocked that from my memory.
Just alienating so many people.
Yes.
By mentioning.
Don't Google it.
Show.
It's horrible.
Okay.
So
sorry, John. That was meant to be a throwaway goof about how I don't care about my appearance. Sorry,
goof is all good.
That. Rabbit about hole. How my character doesn't care about his appearance.
Okay, I've actually got a. Don't know if you hang on. I'll zoom in on the actual
Crazy board.
Oh, yes, on there.
Is that our white building? You won't zoom in, John.
I need
It
to remember
says
how to
no.
zoom
I
in.
shall not let you.
There we go.
Ooh, there
Look at that.
It's a building.
Very
Viewers, imagine, if you will, a picture of a white building rather being zoomed in on. It was very exciting.
This
Very
is
slowly.
really quite.
And with
This is
3
why you
floors.
tune in. This is why you tune in, isn't it?
There is a
Production.
Mercedes parked outside.
There is.
Production values just incredible. We wish we could show you, but
We no expense spared here. So
No
yes,
expense
Imagine
offered.
it's got a better sign there. Ignore the
that
sign
is.
on the.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've worked on this. This isn't just any old picture.
It's
Thank
just got a white sign. You said it was a nice.
you. There's a couple of things. Yeah, sure. There's a city osteopathic practice down the bottom there.
Underneath.
But that's just who works there for that place. The Marcus Silverman Green.
Oh,
is
Silverman's in
Shared
the other
buildings.
one.
gonna be.
Ah.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be on a different floor.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we've covered that.
They need something for their money laundering, don't they?
Exactly.
You know, use downstairs for that.
How else are you going to do? Yeah. So you.
In that case, there'll be a nail
arrive-
place around the corner.
You arrive to these steps. Eddie, what are you doing? Are you heading around the back or something like that? You just sitting in the car? What do you want to do?
I'll get out the car and give it a once over, just kind of have a bit of a look around, case it all. But ultimately, he'll be back in the car and he'll be paying attention to his phone, waiting for any messages from the others to say, knock the door, or he's running out, or we need to get rid of a body, that kind of thing. Yeah.
we need you to blow up this building.
Set fire to the
The emojis of random.
just a little flame emoji and it's sort of like a skull and crossbones. It'd be
Oh, not again. Yes. So you are
Mistakes
hanging
of-
out there.
An emoji of broccoli for an atomic bomb, whereas actually he's just on about lunch.
So, Argus, Cleric, Twist, you walk up to this door, and I assume you just kind of you enter. The building itself, it looks really nice. It looks very well put together. They've obviously spent a lot of money to deck this place out in really lovely dark woods. There's a kind of couple of people who are on very large desks, super heavy desks that are like obviously worth quite a lot of money. There is there's like a water cooler.
Generally,
over
they're
in-
terrible for your back because they're never actually the right height because they're so old.
It's probably terrible. There is various kind of chairs against the wall, just in case people want to come in and sit down and wait. But they're all very nice chairs. It's all very expensive and high end. Again,
So uncomfortable chairs that look nice.
yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of money, it's been spent on this place.
Your
the-
ass goes numb after about half an hour.
Yeah,
Yes,
all
they're
aesthetic, but no
designed.
comfort. Yeah.
They're designed to just be irritating as all hell. There is a large picture, which is on the wall, which is this.
So March behind them.
I'm gonna zoom in a little bit.
What is March?
There you
March
go.
Technologies.
There's these.
That's the.
There's two gentlemen here. One with a blue tie, one with a red tie.
It looks like Evelyn Waugh meeting up with Rupert Murdoch.
It totally is. Totally is that. And yes, they're stood in front of a very large building. With the words March Technologies written on it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that perhaps the place that created the Titanite weave?
There you go.
Don't know.
No, the people that created Titanite Weave are that's Ansile Incorporated.
Twist will take note of that same March Technologies. Was there any of their names or anything on a plaque or anything near it?
No, not that you saw.
Okay. So she'll take mental note of that to look up March Technologies later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to Google it on my phone.
Don't.
Twist is trying to be classy.
Are you going to do that like in game? I mean,
In game, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so whilst you are stood there, so Cleric is he Googles for March Technologies. Argus, are you doing anything?
I guess. Like, is there a reception?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah. So there's a woman who is just on one of these larger desks. She looks up at you and smiles.
I'm sort of waiting for Twist to kind of flex the whole I'm a cop rather than
hi.
hello, I'm an investigator for a
Yes.
we work in, I can't remember what HSA stands for.
It's basically
anyone?
Health Security Agency.
Yeah, like I feel it's less persuasive than, police.
Detective
I
Inspector.
work for the government.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm
Twist
waiting for her to do that.
Okay.
Twist catches Argus's eye and then looks over at the lady. Does she look friendly, warm? Does she look
She
bit of a bitch?
she looks
Kind
like,
of.
well, you'd have to give me a human roll for that, but
I can. I mean, it might
can do,
it might
yeah.
help her.
Yeah,
get
yeah,
her-
absolutely. Just to gauge her. So you see her. She's in she's actually in a pantsuit. But it's
Nice.
it's
Yep.
it's a very nice sharp cut. It's probably something like Armani or something like that. Again, very very high quality. She's got a pair of glasses on with kind of
They
tortoiseshell
look like real
rims.
glasses or
They
ones
do.
that are just completely aesthetic. Okay.
No, they're not just aesthetic.
So I rolled a 46, and
yes.
that was under 87. So I passed.
Under 87. Okay, 46. Cool. From looking at her, you can see that she is a fairly typical kind of city type almost. She looks like she actually works out a lot, but she may not have very much of a life outside of being I don't know, like a paralegal or something like that, or paralegal secretary, should I say? Sorry.
So Twist is going to kind of walk up quite jovial, quite, not crazy, but kind of, like she's a bit more of a Chelsea girl. And walk over to her, head slightly tilted again. Oh, hi. Oh, love the suit. It's winter collection, right?
And she
You're a bit
she
fluttery.
smiles at you. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to roll something now. Okay.
Actually, I'm going to add to that winter collection, 2013, right?
Ooh. Do you see her face? It lights up. Oh yes. Oh, isn't it lovely? Oh, you can't be.
But it is
Armani.
wolf grey. Really suits you as well. It's I
Thank
can never
you,
wear
darling.
that quite that
How
tone.
may I help you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. And I get my badge. So I'm Detective Inspector Natasha Thompson. I hope it's not too intrusive to come in today. I just hoped that if I pop in, we might be able to have a little chat. We're hoping to speak to Aaron Silverman. It's rather delicate nature, but very time sensitive that we do have a little chat with him quite soon, if possible.
Oh. Well,
this is my colleague. This is this is. Did you say Robert Reed?
That was Richard Reed.
Richard Reed.
Richard Reed.
Yeah, so this is one of my acquaintances, Richard Reed, who's from the HSA, and my colleague, Detective Inspector.
D.I. Charlie McIntosh. Very nice to meet
D.I.
you.
Charlie McIntosh.
I just imagine. Has anyone seen Reacher?
Yes.
Yeah. I just imagine just imagine Jack Reacher, but with more tattoos and a massive beard.
Just stood above everyone.
Good
Well,
Lord.
yeah, he's quite tall, 6'4", so he probably is just this mountain sort of standing behind you,
Trying not to look imposing.
trying but failing miserably, probably in a relatively small office environment.
Okay. So you guys, you stand there for a moment, and you see that she seems to take this all in, and just says, "Oh well, okay. Well, may I ask what it's regarding at all?"
Well, it is a little bit confidential, but it's we are investigating the unfortunate death of somebody that may be connected to Mr. Silverman, or at least not necessarily connected, but Mr. Silverman may have been aware of. And we're just trying to tie up some loose ends. Of course, we don't think there's anything sinister about Mr. Silverman's connection, but we just need to
I should hope not.
tick some boxes and sign some bits off, really.
Very well. Okay. Well, if you'd like to wait,
I'm sure it won't take long.
Very well. Well, if you'd like to wait here for just one moment, I'll see if he's available.
Certainly.
And she indicates over to a series of seats, just slightly closer.
Do
by
any
the
of them
door.
look like they're wide enough to possibly have cleric sitting one?
Cleric would be sitting on two. He'd take up
Just-
he'd take up two of these seats. So she indicates just over into the corner, and she picks up the phone, and you vaguely hear her kind of talking about, oh yes, please, Mr. Silverman, blah blah blah. Yes, she puts the phone down and says, well, Mr. Silverman is in a meeting right now, but he should be available in about half an hour. Is that okay?
Oh, certainly. We could. I just need to. I can go and do a couple of bits of paperwork and then come back. That's okay.
You're more than welcome to wait. We do have coffee.
Oh, superb.
It's civic.
This one's got a bit cold.
I
Oh,
take out my gun.
Just started
I
blasting.
just empty it into the coffee machine,
and then
and then I just walk out. I walk into the sea. I'm never seen again.
I'm done.
It's been really
You can have
fun
my last
playing this
sanity
game with
point.
you guys. But
swimming
I'm
to
done.
Innsmouth.
I'm done.
Just taking clothes off as it goes.
I think what I will do, though, I think in all seriousness, I think we're going to be fine. But when she says, "Oh, I'm going to call him," and we've sort of taken a seat, I think at that moment I will text Eddie a message that just says, "If he's gonna run, it'll be now."
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay.
Just so he's like
Just get
poised
that
outside if there's a
yeah.
back exit to this
Yeah.
place, because I assume if he came
Yeah, I'll
where we
head
are
round the
now
back
to
then.
leave through that door, he'd have to go past us, right? Like,
Yeah,
and
there's
then
only
if
one
they've
entrance.
got the front, I'll consider that Icarus is sending me around the back.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Argus, sorry, is sending me around the back.
Yeah, no problem.
Icarus is sending himself
Icarus ain't
through
sending me
Argus.
anywhere. He can ask, but I'm not listening.
Okay, so Eddie, you jump out of the car, you wander around to the back, and you see that it is a. It looks like you've got a series of railings, and and there's like a back entrance, where there are various bins and things like that they're the like some wheelie bins, and also there's one or two like larger dumpster type bins as well. But it does look like there's a couple of exits out the back, and you're able to just kind of eyeball it, and you're like, okay, well, it's just the fifth one along, so obviously it's this one here, right? Okay, and you just hang out there for a moment. In the meantime, you are served some coffee, Argus, Cleric, and Twist, and it is a particularly nice roast. And and you're free to chat amongst yourselves if you wanted to, or anything like that. But essentially, you just wait there for around about half an hour. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Twister's going to carry on now and again, trying to engage with the receptionist, trying to get her inside. Basically trying to keep it sweet. Not constantly, because she's often got work to do.
Yeah, you can see that see that she's busy.
Yeah,
you can see that she's busy.
She'll say things like, she'll compliment them on the coffee and be like, "Oh, this is actually really good. Is it the same civet coffee that they use at?"
No. This is much nicer.
It tastes cleaner. It tastes. I can taste the sharpness and the.
You can really taste the anus.
The berry.
So. Spicy.
It's not my favourite tagline. But,
you don't want that on your packet of coffee. It's like
and then in between that she'll
of lemon and anus.
She'll say bits and pieces that she'll compliment the ambience of the building, and she'll ask little questions about it, like how long has this place been here? How long have you been here with this place? It's beautiful architecture.
So she actually she does engage with you. She doesn't blow you off or anything like that. You find out that yes, the building's been around for quite a few years, since it is Edwardian, so that'll be like 1700s, something like that. I might be totally wrong on that. And
old times of yore back then.
Beyond what I can think of.
Is there any other pictures hanging up as well as the one of the two old guys?
No, that is the main picture. That's the one picture that is just like bam, right up there.
So she's gonna look at it for a while, like obvious, like standing there as well and look at it for a bit.
Sure. So look, it's a very nice frame as well.
Yeah. She's gonna say, they look very happy. So who are these gentlemen and March Technologies? Is it?
Oh, that's Mr. Silverman.
Is that the one on the left, the blue tie one?
That's the one on the right.
In my right? Who's
the
right?
one in the red tie?
One in red tie.
Okay, red tie. Right.
Sorry. One in the red tie.
Mr. Silverman, yep.
And yes, one of Mr. Silverman's clients, and friends, I believe.
What was the name?
I would give that to you 1 second, sir.
I'm choosing to believe that it's extremely significant that his tie is blue.
Conservative.
Well, it's either. I mean, as you said, it's like
with
friend
a small
and a
C or a big C.
As you said, it's one of his friends or clients. He's only ever had 2 clients, as far as I know, which is Bottega, and there's the other person, Justin Croft.
And that's the name she gives you. Mr. Justin
there we go.
Croft.
They look like very happy fellows.
Yes. Unfortunately, yes, Miss. Yes, I shouldn't say. Never mind.
Oh.
No, and at that moment, Silverman comes walking out, and he looks a bit older than he does in this photo.
Well, he looks like Colin Robinson in the photo.
He does
from,
a little bit like Colin Robinson
in the shadows.
Did he come out in a brown suit and a brown tie and a brown shirt? And
if he tries to make me miserable, I will know.
He will bore you senseless. He will bore you senseless. Yes, Silverman comes out. He looks very nicely done up. He's obviously a man. I believe around about in his 70s or so.
So kind of retirement age, but
yeah, he's
but it's
kind
his
of
company, so he can do what he wants, can't he?
exactly.
So.
Yeah.
So he's getting on a little bit.
But he still seems sharp when he
looks like he's.
No, I mean
he's with it. Yeah, he looks like he's.
Yeah.
He comes in and he's smiling and he welcomes you and he shakes you each of you by the hand. And
just
shakes you by the head.
Does he do the two hand shaking thing or just the one?
That and then over the top kind of.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna roll.
Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Oh, double hander.
Double hander.
Yes, he double hands you.
Just compliments him on his handshake.
He's got a lovely handshake. He's very warm hands, soft hands.
She doesn't compliment the softness of his hands because she feels that would be a bit weird in person.
That's a bit
but
too.
She
too
compliments him on the handshake. So,
that's fine.
Good handshake there, sir. And
Yes,
she introduces herself. She tries to give a smile that suggests warm and friendly, not over the top, trying too hard, but the warmth that. Yeah, basically, she tries to find the right kind of smile and warmth to make him feel relaxed and like she's just there to get some bits done. And
So if Twist is going down that route of the friendly neighborhood policeman, charmed, I'm not bad cop by any stretch of imagination, but distracted. Just sort of shakes hands and sort of like looking around and sort of.
Okay. Argus, he shakes your hand.
Just nod, say hello.
Okay. He takes you into a very nice office towards the back of the building. Some very lovely big windows, and if you're very careful, you might even be able to notice if you look down, because you go up onto the second floor. If you look down, you can possibly see Eddie just in the back near where the bins are.
Chris will probably take note of that. Just be,
Give me all the best jobs.
Bin duty.
And looking at Oscar the Grouch.
And I knew there was a reason why he had green hair. I
met this green guy. He looked dodgy, so I had him.
I lit his bin on fire.
Now he's grouchy.
Turns out he couldn't get out. Apparently no feet. Yeah.
I didn't know, but he is dead.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Now he's Oscar the Crispy. He motions to you to sit down. There are 4 chairs, and he brings 2 of them up to the desk as well because there's a main chair there, and he moves around to the back of his desk and he sits down and says, "So, what may I ask brings you here?"
Twist will probably choose the centre chair just because she's going to want to try and engage with him.
Sure.
That's
fine.
Maybe. That way as well, if the other two, if they're engaging, but also it's a bit easier for them to look at other things or notice other things that, he might not see out of his peripheral compared to her trying to keep his attention.
I'll sit on her left just to throw him off slightly.
I thought you were about to say my lap. I'll sit on her lap to really put him off.
That will put him off.
Hi.
Arthur
just start feeding her grapes,
Arthur is going to bemusedly watch these two carefully choosing which chairs they're going to sit in, and then just sit in a fucking chair.
The phrase "chuckle fuck" comes to mind. So, you all of you sit down. He asks, "So, what can I ask? What this is about?"
No.
Well, I think our business is done, sir.
Thank you very much. No, sorry.
So, as I said, Detective Inspector Natasha Thompson, We've been called in to investigate the unfortunate death of somebody you may possibly have heard of them, called Robert Grieves. 1 second. Sorry. Robert Grieves. Now, there was some mysterious circumstances over his death. So, obviously, there's been a lot of investigating within his property.
Do you mean Tibalt Grieves?
Yes.
So you do know him. You fell into my clever trap.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he'd have got away with it too if it wasn't for you darn pesky policeman.
Getting names wrong and everything.
To be fair, I'm saying that I was like, yep, that's the guy's name.
With it.
Yeah.
100%. Let's do this.
I remember Grieves. Like, yep.
Do this.
Yeah. So we've been trying to work out what happened, or a lot of his connections, or what could it. It was, as I said, mysterious circumstances over his death, and unfortunately his girlfriend's death as well. Now, whilst investigating within the house, we did find links to yourself, specifically, and Twist. I'm guessing she would have taken. She's got a photocopy or a photo of, or something of the check stub.
Yeah, sure. I don't think
to
you had
show
time
him
to do
like
a
in more a
photocopy,
professional.
but I would say you.
It's a hand-drawn note. Just says check
Yes.
stub with Silverman written on it.
Evidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Evidence. Yes.
It was you. We know it was you. Sorry.
Okay. Yep. So you show him this stub.
You see, he had quite a elaborate and very advanced laboratory within his house. He was a very intelligent man.
I see.
We're not entirely sure what he was involved in yet with his experiments and that side of things. However, we can see that with this check stub, that money went through yourselves when trying to pay many different types of builders and everything. And we're just trying to find. Basically, we just want to get you signed off on this, really. It's I'm sure you've got better things to be doing with your day. So I just want to make sure we're ticking boxes and then crossing people and places off to narrow things down to make it all nice and neat and tidy, if you understand.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Thompson, is it?
Oh, sorry, Natasha Thompson. Yes.
Yes. Well, obviously I can't divulge the nature or the dealings of any of my clients for obvious reasons. The law being.
But would that not be overruled by a active police investigation?
Yes, but certainly you'd need to have some form of warrant or something like that to open up files.
Would Twist have anything like that?
No, you wouldn't.
Well, we have a warrant card.
Yes, but you don't have anything that is specifically, I want to look at this person's personal accounts.
Yeah.
No.
Would be specific to this scenario.
Yeah.
No.
I'm afraid this is not something that I can help with in great detail, but I can certainly say that I have had dealings with Mr. Grieves. I've known him for many years now. You say he's dead, though.
Unfortunately, yes. He's in very mysterious circumstances, as I said. I can't go in, like you, I can't go into too many details at the moment because it is an active investigation and we have to keep things private as possible.
Yeah.
But yes, it wasn't an ordinary death, and we don't know exactly what happened yet. We're trying to find out mainly things like who actually supplied all of the equipment and things within his laboratory, because there was some unusual things within the laboratory, and who was behind it all being set up, really.
Well, I am.
You see, the thing is, I
assuming...
could get a warrant. I could, but it's just the time and everything that it would take, and we really, really do just need to get on with this investigation. Obviously, yes. I can email you the warrant, I could probably do that this evening, but then obviously it would mean all of the time it takes for all of that and everything else, and then wasting your time again, which I'm sure is very precious.
As you know, Miss Thompson, I'm a solicitor. I don't mind wasting time on the law. I do it for a
you'd
living.
much rather be wasting it on the golf course or something much more fun.
I get paid a rather large amount, you see.
I get paid quite
I'm
a
a retainer to
substantial-
waste time you wouldn't believe.
I am charging you for this meeting, in fact. I am one might say I'm a bit of a stickler for doing things the right way. So
myself too, obviously. I am.
Of course,
I absolutely want to double cross everything, make sure it's all ticked and crossed, and
of course,
nothing's missed
I
off,
understand
and
that
it's all
completely,
viable.
Miss Thompson.
Absolutely.
But I think, if you don't mind, I would much prefer to have some form of official documentation.
I can do my best, but obviously, if I do get to all of that, we are going to have more people coming in as well. It'll be
of course.
a lot more hassle for you. And
So
I don't think you're really involved.
So you're
she's really trying to persuade
You're really, really trying to push this.
without pissing them off,
Yeah, persuade makes sense. I think, though, that you're going to have a minus on this because he is... That you're asking a solicitor to do something that is completely against the law.
Yeah, but isn't he already been doing that anyway, kind of?
You don't know that. You don't know what he's doing.
Probably has.
Yeah, sure. He's probably guilty of jaywalking.
What is a six? Oh, so what's my minus first?
I'm going to give you a minus 40 on this because...
What is, on these, what is a 6 and a 0, 0? Is that 6?
Yes.
Yes. What is that with the minus 40, by the way? What is your...
Okay.
32 still, something like that?
It's still really high, isn't it?
I've got 84 in persuade, so 44. So I've got 6 under 44.
Fair enough, then.
Ludicrous.
Jesus, why did I say you could do
She
that?
smiles again.
It's inhuman, I tell you.
She's psycho. She's really good at it.
Well,
At least socio, anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah, because she's good at talking to people. Make a lot of psychopaths aren't. So yeah, more sociopath.
well, Miss Thompson.
Thompson, yes.
I understand that you don't wish to go through the hoops of the various legal and police procedures. I do understand this very well. I mean, okay, I'll be honest. So tomorrow and for the next few days, you see, I'm well, I do You don't
have
need
a few
to convince him
appointments.
even
It's meant
more.
to be my days off.
You don't need to convince him.
I am meant to be going on.
Natalia, you don't need to convince him even further. It's fine. You've done it. You've rolled. You did it. So, well, of course, I'm more than happy to assist where I can. So, I think that Mr. Grieves, Tibalt, it's a real shame that he has passed. We did have some dealings together. I knew him when he was at university, you know. And
Oh, really?
yes, yeah. And then
Did you study together, or was it more we just both knew each other from...
well, he did law and I did law and he did particle physics.
He did law and I did biology. Look where we've ended up.
Who would have thought?
He did law and we just swapped lives. No, he was
My wife was furious.
Certainly more of the science was Mr. Grieves.
It's lovely to keep, to have friends that stay right the way through from university.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I was only in America for a short time, of course, but it was good to make friends with him. Then, of course, obviously, with his more recent transactions with me, I have helped him with his premises. He was several years ago. He was building a lab. You say, yes?
It's very state of the art. It was very
It's
impressive.
far beyond me. It was obviously all of his money, but at one point we did, if I recall, we had an issue with one of the builders. The money didn't go through to them, and I ended up in a position where I had to front some money. Obviously, Tibalt did pay me that money back straight away. He was up in somewhere in America at the time. I don't know if he was on holiday or business, but he wasn't able to be contactable at that particular point. But yeah. Here's my friend, and I. You can kind of tell that he's a little bit taken back by the fact that Greaves is dead.
I am very sorry that that he has unfortunately passed, and obviously, at least at some point, you were close. It is a shame. But he seemed very involved in whatever it was that he was doing with his laboratory, and he had a lovely girlfriend. Unfortunately, yes, they both passed with mysterious circumstances. But I'm assuming once things like funeral arrangements are made, I could pass on your condolences or ask them if they'd like to invite you to the funeral or something.
I'll certainly be there.
Well, thank you. And Twist gets her card out of Natasha Thompson's card.
Yeah.
With phone number, and says, "You have been very helpful. Is there anything else we need to? I mean, obviously, if we do need to ask any more questions, hopefully that should be fine, and we should just be able to, tick this off and make it all nice and tidy, and get to the root of it all, and and give Mr. Greaves the respect he deserved, and
of course,
this case." And then she looks at Cleric and in turn Argus and says, "Is there anything else that we would like to ask while we're here?"
I was so tempted to do the as we were leaving, just do the Columbo thing. Just turn us one last thing, and then do the whole sort of like potential holdings, and just see what he's. I'm tempted. No, I mean we've got probably about as much information out of him about that as we can. But yeah, I was thinking about.
You could. I mean, Twist can back you up with that as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, ask away.
But literally, as we're walking out the door, just turn around and go, "Oh,
okay."
We did. Yeah, fine, go for
it. Just for the sake of being able to do it, really. So
yeah, you're more than welcome.
Unless you want to do that, Pip, it might come better from you.
It doesn't matter. But like, if you're married to Columboing this guy, I respect that.
You do it your way. You do it your way, Pip.
Yeah, if Twist is looking at, I'll just sort of. When was the last time you had contact face to face with Mr. Graves? If you don't mind my asking.
No, of course. It was probably about 2 years ago, maybe.
So in that case, you're probably fine. I will not elaborate.
So we don't need to be swabbed. Yeah.
Just okay.
is that the whole time Argus has been looking at his hand that the guy touched, going, "Oh, waiting," and then, "Oh, it's okay."
Well, very well. Then, is there anything else I can do for you?
Wait, hold on. We all need to be leaving. We get up to leave.
Okay. So
Do nothing.
So you all step up.
Twist says, if there's anything else that, if there's anything else you can think of that you didn't remember today, obviously there's my contact details. Feel free
Of
to,
course. Thank you.
give me a call.
Much.
Thank you for your time today.
Ms. Thompson.
Miss Thompson, yes.
Miss Thompson.
His memory's terrible. Double check my name about 5 times.
Yeah. He'll just be
Still
phoning
Miss
his friends.
Thompson, yes.
Yeah, he's going to be phoning his friends in the sort of like Scotland Yard when he leaves. Natasha Thompson. Do you have anybody of that name? So literally, in that case, if you guys are happy for me to do it, I will. As we get to the door, I'll turn around and do the whole sort of. One last thing.
Columbo. Sorry.
One last thing.
I always wanted to be Columboed.
He says that a lot as well, doesn't he? Yeah.
Potential holdings. There's a whole bunch of check stubs with their name on it as well. Big sums of money.
Oh, yes, you're right.
I would have been like happy this whole time just to say like watching this guy like a fucking hawk.
Okay.
Just to see if there's any flicker.
Just want to see if he says anything. Is like I'm basically insight checking this guy constantly.
So human should cover that.
So if there's if there's an opportunity for a human,
I shall humint you
Humans.
constantly.
Can I? Yeah. And Swiss is going to say, "Oh yes, you're right. Don't suppose you know any connection between Mr. Greaves and potential holdings, do you?"
20 under 64.
Okay. Okay. Cleric, do you want to give me a humint as well?
Sorry, do I want to?
Humint.
I shall be minty and fresh.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to not?
Up to you. You can do. I mean, you're there. You're asking the questions.
Ooh! I did it!
What did you do?
I didn't.
I rolled a 66 under an 87, so I got a critical success.
That's a crit.
I rolled a 60 over 14.
Okay.
He tried doing a Columbo, but he got the timing slightly wrong. Or the intonation of part of the tone.
So Cleric is too busy channeling his inner Peter Falk.
Yes. Trying to remember what make of car it was that he drove. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Trying to work out what arm it was he put on while doing this. Yeah.
And so he just he misses out very slightly.
Do I do the voice?
And Argus, you do pick up like a flicker of recognition from Silverman. And
is it like I don't know, but you should probably give this to Twist really because she got the crit. But I guess it's like, is it like, oh yeah, I might have heard of that, or like,
oh fuck, I've heard. Yeah.
People have heard of that.
You see an eyebrow raise. It gives you the impression that.
Is it a double eyebrow like Colin Robinson's about to eat a whole?
No. or is it a Roger Moore eyebrow? It's sort of like
it's a single Roger Moore eyebrow.
Let's really nail down which eyebrow.
Left or right? Left or right?
I assume they sort of crawl down over his eyes as he transforms into some sort of eldritch horror.
His eyebrows open up and
and devour the universe.
His eyebrows are both mimics. Yeah.
No, he raises an eyebrow, and you feel like, okay, he has definitely heard of this. There's a recognition here, and that there's kind of like a little, like, interesting twist. You get all of that, but you also kind of very much get the impression that he's also a little bit like, oh, you're asking me this. This isn't great.
It's in like he's suspicious of us, or he's just like
he's very
they found
surprised.
something.
He's very surprised that you've kind of pinned that as something that to be talking about.
Twist carries on and says she's just going to double down, really. It says, well, you know, obviously, as you said, you were friends with him, so I don't know whether on a professional level or obviously on a just a friends level he's ever really discussed it. It's because obviously we did find quite a lot to do with potential holdings, and had a little look into those, and I found that there's a relation between potential holdings and RJ Ortega.
It's Robert.
Name again?
Robert Justin Ortega.
Yeah, quite right.
Got it in one.
Who I believe. Yeah, and I believe, if I'm right with my my research, they're one of your clients, right?
Well, I am an employee of Potential Holdings. Now, if you remember correctly,
she completely looks like pretends that she hasn't got.
Yeah, Silverman is the only employee for Potential Holdings. He takes.
Oh, I thought it was the other way. I thought it was.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was Ortega that was the only.
No, Ortega is the largest payout for personnel.
Right. Okay.
It's got one client. Okay. Yeah. One. So Potential Holdings has one client. It's RJ Ortega. Is that right?
Essentially, yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, Ortega is tied to Potential Holdings.
Mm-hmm. So. Oh, well, I don't suppose there's anything you could tell us about any of that connection at all, would you? But to help us just clear that side up, or maybe contact details for somebody there, or
Mr. Ortega is his own man. It's not something I don't have any details I could hand over to you, I'm afraid. But what relationship why bring up Potential Holdings exactly?
Bear with me, I will remind myself. Hang on.
Yeah, let me just access my mind palace.
Yeah.
There's a paper trail, right?
Yeah.
Check stubs and stuff in his diary or something, wasn't it?
A PO box in Plymouth. It was paid by Marcus Silverman and Green for them for Potential Holdings. What else?
So Potential Holdings, it's tied to Grieves. It's tied to Silverman. It's also tied to Robert Justin Ortega, and it has an insane amount of money going through it.
300 million something last year.
Yeah, operating capital. Most of the money spent on real estate.
Everything's paid through the Cayman Islands as well for it. How's the best way to word any of that?
Okay, well, I tell you what, if you want to roll me, like you could. You could do something like, you could roll me a persuade, or you could roll me something like an accounting, or criminology.
I will roll a
or something
persuade
like- yeah, I
because
know,
my
'cause your
accounting is
accounting
10.
is 10.
I'm not a numbers girl.
Where's
Just trying to mix
Toby
it
when we
up
need
for
him?
you. That's all.
Oh.
I'll take
I
a.
failed my persuade.
I'll take a criminology.
Yeah,
That's
do
an
it.
option.
Yeah, go for it.
I rolled an
Number
86 over an 84, so I failed my
No
persuade.
shit.
So
What is with these
not
rolls
close.
today? That is a 9
wow,
under 52.
very good.
Would mathematics help?
It's numbers.
It'll be accounting more than just mathematics.
But if you're super clever with mathematics, being that he is
It's the way
mathematical...
it's the way in which it's handled. Mathematics is related
Well, what
very
about
much to
statistics
accounting.
to do with it?
But, okay, I'm gonna go with the criminology.
Statistical? No? Okay.
Okay,
Swim. I'd like to roll swim.
swim, please. Swim. It is.
I'd
vaguely
like to roll.
related.
I'd like to roll occult, please.
You can do, but you won't get far.
These eyebrows are freaking me out.
Yeah,
He's a cult.
What is up with that right one?
I'm sure I saw teeth in there.
Argus, let's say you turn around to him and say, okay, so like why is it that you are the only person who's being employed and you're only taking an annual salary of £1?
Yeah, I think it's less like
Wait.
an explanation of that. It's more just sort of like, oh yeah, here's all the stuff we found.
Yeah,
Can you explain this?
yeah.
You know, like really genuinely, just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
but this is, you see these things that we have.
This is weird. Why weird?
It's just freaking us out. And
Explain.
We'd like to know.
Is there anything I can roll to do bureaucry to do with it that's kind of like legalese?
no need.
with-
Well,
No
let's,
need.
we got
Argus-
it right.
Argus
Let's see
is
what
already-
the result is.
So,
What?
so he looks at you, Argus, and he has this kind of slightly like confused but like slightly annoyed face. Well, far be it from me to delve into the company's accounts in front of people I've only just met, be you policeman or not. This is something that is none of your business.
Well,
But-
sir, all we're trying to ascertain is that whether you or this company that you appear to work for are responsible for funding a man who seems to have released some sort of extremely dangerous virus.
Obviously, this is all confidential.
Absolutely. And we're still working this out at the moment, but that's where we're standing. We simply want to rule you out, as
And
it were.
he looks very confused when you start
Some
saying
form
released
of
a dangerous
biological
virus.
terror weapon, if you like.
This is
We'd love to tell you more, but obviously our hands are tied in a, legal way too. But we've
course.
given you more than the
this is-
information we already
I'm
shared.
I'm afraid that this is not something I'm really willing to go into. But you can see that he's kind of cracked a bit. So I would say with regards to that, he doesn't seem like he's really going to give you anything. Like you would need to
We'd
need
have
to
start
indict
leaning on
him,
him somehow.
if you see what I mean.
Right?
Yeah, like
What?
there'd need to be some like a real heavy thing happening to him, rather than just you kind of catching him in a lie or something.
Is this when we ask Crazy Eddie to come in with a hammer?
Bear in mind, that is not necessarily what you need to do. Like you don't need.
That's DM speak for no.
I see.
It's
Not what we need to do.
You could do that, absolutely. But
I was about to say, you never need to. It's whether or not you want to,
but
We just hit everything.
the information that you have, the information that you actually have now, is that you know that he absolutely is responsible for potential holdings. by that reaction. You also know that Robert Justin Ortega is tied very much so to Potentia Holdings, and also he has had some kind of relationship with him. He's also got he's not been able to deny his involvement with regards to like this whole kind of like, oh yeah, he's only taken £1 each year or whatever it is, and then it's
so
an
Twist
insane
is going to turn
turnover.
around.
So it's
and
obviously
say, well,
something illegal or something like that going on.
But Twist is going to turn around and say, well, we're going to get going now, but if you do think of anything else, because obviously we don't, Mr. Ortega could be in a lot of trouble for what's going on at the moment, and obviously we don't want you tied to him if you don't have to be, because I don't want you in trouble, obviously, or your firm. So we want to try and get that crossed off as soon as possible, you see. So if you do think of anything, you do have my number, maybe...
Are you attempting to get something out of him with regards to Ortega as well?
Anything I can.
Right. That's right. I just wondered if you were angling for something. Okay.
Well, if he cracks, then...
Yeah, I mean, it's more kind of like, look, if you don't tell us, you're going to be in more trouble because you're going to be, taken down with him. It's up to you whether you tell us, but if you don't, we can't eliminate you, and therefore he's going to take you down with him.
Okay, that's fine. Right. So,
in a gentle but manipulative way.
He
is what I'm
with all of this, he turns around and he walks over to his desk, because he's stood up because all of you guys are heading out of the door, and I kind of imagine you're all stood there having this conversation in a Columbo fashion.
I imagine Argus was holding the door. I imagine Twist had already walked through the door. Then they both heard Columbo over there say his bit, and then both went, oh my god, came back again.
Door closes again. So he walks back to his desk. He opens a drawer, and he pulls.
He gets
out
a gun.
He
goes crazy and kills himself.
Bang!
Yeah.
I just started shooting. Yeah.
That's when I started blasting. And he writes down something on a piece of paper, and he tears it, and he hands it to Argus. And he says, This is Ortega's personal line. He's more involved in any of this stuff than I am, really. So, maybe talk to him.
I think we will.
If you don't mind, my 10 o'clock is waiting outside.
Juice.
So you leave. You leave the building.
Yeah.
You head out, and we'll take a very quick break.
As we get outside, Twist WhatsApps to Crazy Eddie to say we're outside. So he's not just bin diving or waiting out there.
He's just in the.
Although actually, if you can see through the upstairs window,
you just drop the
handy
text you've had held this whole time to Eddie, which is just like, we're out, kill them all.
Press the button.
Go big. Yeah, but if he can, I don't know if Eddie can where he is, or if he can see through that window. But that might be quite handy after we've gone to see what Silverman's up to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out after this break.
Spot. Oh yeah, after the break.
What break? Hello, and we are back. Greetings and salutations to you. I just want to show you a very quick thing. This is apparently what Nick has produced, which is yes, Harry Reacher.
The production values were
so good.
Well, I found a beard JPEG and stuck it on Reacher. It's fine. So.
No, that is absolutely Reacher with a beard. Anyway, you guys, you wander out onto the street after having been.
Ooh, it's a busy street.
It's a busy street. The street, the Crescent in Plymouth. You walk out, and it's around about 10 o'clock. Just past, and you have just spoken to Silverman. Is there anything that you are wanting to do?
So Twist has already messaged Crazy Eddie and said, we've left the building, and then said, can you see into his office? Like that.
Yeah, I'd like to check, because the one thing that Eddie wants to know is, does this guy really have his next client in, although he wasn't there, so he didn't hear that this is my next 10 o'clock. He wants to see if this guy immediately calls someone.
Smart.
Okay.
I mean, you could have been doing. We could even do like what's Eddie been doing while we were in there.
Yeah.
He was gearing up to do something. Then I think that's fair. Yeah.
So let's say,
there's nothing specific he would have done.
If
but
you were
now
attempting to like actually try and get into a position where you can see into that room, is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Given that I said he was on the second floor, it might be a little bit difficult.
Oh yeah.
But roll me some luck.
Yeah, let's see if there's a fire escape or something.
A magic carpet suddenly appears.
Is that a giraffe I can climb? Who would have
Where
thought?
can I find my luck?
Just roll
50-50.
D100,
Yeah, so it's just-
and it's 50-50.
That will be 60.
That is an unlucky luck roll.
Oh, is it? Is it over? That's okay. Unlucky.
Yeah, you
and
wanna roll
under.
under.
That's lucky.
Okay, so you don't see anything that is close by that is particularly easy to like climb up onto or anything like that. So there's no garages or fire escapes or anything. But you
Twist didn't have any trackers or listening devices to plug in.
you didn't say anything about that,
Yep.
so I'm assuming not. So you have a look. You get an angle on the building, and you can see that there is an office that is very nicely made up. It's quite dark walls in there, and after around about 15 minutes, you see who you assume is perhaps Silverman. He looks like a bald gentleman with a red tie.
It's always
Nobody
red.
has red
We're in the
ties.
same suit. Yeah, it's the only tie he's got. But
Well, he's only got one customer, even though they're in a posh place, and he gets paid £1 a year or something for.
The tie is part of his body.
It is.
You wait until you meet the red goo.
I am the opposite goo. The anti-goo.
So instead of the red and the blue pill. Yeah.
So you see him kind of just move up to the window and just take a drink of something that looks like he's holding like a espresso
Can I
cup or
quickly ask a
something.
question though? When we were coming outside, did we see any other person that's meant to be like?
Yeah, there was
it's 10
someone
o'clock
out
way
there.
out?
There was
Okay, cool.
somebody waiting. Yeah, it's
Okay, that was always
a woman with a very small dog.
Taking a dog in, okay?
The client was the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I'll just head back to the others
Cool. So you head
and
round
ask
about.
how it went.
So you head around to the front and you talk to each other. I'm assuming you share all of the information with Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Did I find out anything when I googled March Technologies? Did I find anything?
Yeah, you did. So, March Technologies. They are an American company. They are very, very much tied to lots of different military and aviation types of... Is that an American siren? I don't know. Yeah, so they're tied to a lot of different military, aviation, and like interesting tech. You go onto the website for March Technologies, and you get a really slick but not particularly informative website. Looks like they do a lot of government stuff.
Okay, so I'm assuming Cleric would tell Twist that as well.
Yeah.
So Twist will also look up, to try and find some, news story or whatever. She's going to try and look for Justin Croft, March Technologies, to see if she can find out what happened to Justin Croft, because, of how the girl was a bit... Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, let me get some... Okay. Right, so let's say you guys, if you want to, you can pop into a maybe you sit in the car. I don't know if you're going to be driving anywhere or anything like that. But Cleric, you start looking through March Technologies. Twist, you also do the same, but with Justin Croft. So Justin Croft, you see, he came from an influential Washington DC elite family. His father was Michael Croft, served as an ambassador to Indonesia from 63 through to 67. He was educated...
Sorry, I'm writing all this down, so bear with me, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Michael Croft, ambassador for...
Indonesia.
Yep.
He was educated in Columbia, where he studied political science.
Oh, University of Columbia, not actual Columbia.
Not Columbia, yes. Not not Colombian marching band. Columbia. He attended Columbia and studied political science. Apparently, he was...
That was his father, yeah? Or was that...
No, that was him. That was Justin Croft.
So... Yep.
Yeah, apparently he looks like he acted as chapter president in a fraternity. He was a leader in various charities and functions. In the late 70s and early 80s, he directed a small, high-earning defense contract company in Maryland.
Sorry, he
was a director for
directed
small, high-earning defence contract companies. Actually, several in Maryland.
Any that we are familiar with the names of? That is in that would stand out?
Not yet. From what you're looking through, he's had government involvement. Looks like he might have had some work in the UK in the 80s.
Yep. Twist got the feeling that he may have died, sadly, in some way, from what the receptionist was very sure something that happened.
Yeah.
So, was there anything that stands out that?
He died in a helicopter accident in 2001 at the age of 69.
Can she look up that helicopter accident to see if it Dodge?
There are really limited records.
Okay. Okay. Yep. And where was that? Was that in America?
That was in America.
Okay.
Yes. that's everything you find.
Twist tells everybody, well, not everybody, but the guys.
He is tied. Sorry, he is
What,
tied. He is tied to March Technologies. Sorry, I should say that.
Yeah.
He was the CEO of.
So Twist elaborates all of that back to Cleric and the guys.
Like he founded it. So. Okay. So, you sit in your car, having looked at Justin Croft.
Mm-hmm.
You now have. Let's make this easy. I see you have a few different angles, but things that are sticking out to you currently are anyone can. Bueller.
I'm feeling as stupid as Eddie right now.
That's fine. That is
we
fine.
have Ortega's number.
Yeah,
Yep,
we
you
could
got
call
Ortega.
this guy, but he's not going to give us shit over the phone. Like, he'd have to be
you got
insane
Ortega.
to give us anything over the phone.
And let's not forget, you still got the Y Valley to check out.
Where,
Yes,
the
and that's quite
helicopter, where the helicopter went
Yeah,
down.
and it's been,
Exactly.
it's been a
Yeah.
few days
Yeah.
now.
But that's more to
Let's-
do with our crazy weird goo, which is
Yeah,
kind
but-
of what the main.
That's
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
it
That
is.
is entirely to do with our crazy weird goo.
exactly-
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I say.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said it's
that
not to
is,
do with
yeah.
that. Okay.
No,
I got
that
really
is
afraid
compared
that
to all the other
completely
bits that we keep
misunderstood
going.
this whole game.
No,
Well, Ortega's defense contract, if they're looking for some sort of, I mean, Pip said it before, biological weapon.
Yeah.
That's something that's definitely got a resonance with all this now. I mean, why would he spend? I mean, if he was a high defense contract investor, why would he be interested in goo? You know, I mean, unless it's going to be something that's going to have some sort of aggression to it. Of course, this is Simon speaking and not Eddie, because Eddie's just there like, yeah, nice house.
So Twist is going to say basically. So I'm pretty sure Silverman's stepdad is RJ Ortega because he married his mother. Is that right, Angela
No.
Whittier?
no, hang on.
Well, it says the mother is Angela Whittier.
Yeah.
And and the trust was set up for
Yeah.
blah blah Silverman and Green for mother and son, and
Who are you saying is the stepdad?
RJ. Oh, it says mother. The mother married Ortega, RJ's stepdad. Oh, so RJ is the stepdad. That's what I've got written here.
No. Robert Justin Ortega
Yep.
is the CEO of Ansile. He's connected to Potentia, and he's
Yep.
the guy that Silverman has just said, look, talk to this guy.
Oh, I understand that. But whose mother is Angela Whittier? Is Angela Whittier
It's Ortega's
RJ
mother.
Ortega's mother? Okay. Right. And okay, cool. Right, that's fine. So do we want to try and work out if Ortega's in the area? Do we want to just go straight to the Y Valley? Does Argus want to go and look at the whole filming going on in Plymouth while we're in
I mean,
Plymouth?
I do, but it's got nothing to do with this as far as we know right now, right? Like, that would very much be me being like, yeah, I'll join you there. Give me a minute, which I'm tempted to do, but, we should push this thing forward.
I need to speak to the police about Roshan Singh as well, but again, that's.
You're going to go to the police?
I was going to maybe give them a phone call.
Give him a bell.
But again, that's got nothing to do with
Yeah.
this particular
going on.
case, and again, we need to try and push it forwards a bit.
Look, we
Should
can
we try and aim for the Y Valley just to look at that stuff?
we can
Yeah.
call them on the way if I've gone fucking Scottish. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where's the voice?
You went
Where
so
is it?
north, you went too high.
Just trying to find it.
I went we're trying to do the Scottish accent. I went almost Yorkshire when I tried to do it. So.
No, it's fine. No, we're down here, and that's fine. Look, we could call him on the way if we want to. But I say we go. It's been long enough, you know, with there's any evidence left. Who knows? But we should go check out this bloody crash helicopter.
To be sure, they might have found it by now. But...
Twist shotguns the passenger front seat. And she says to Crazy Eddie, so should we grab I don't know, some kind of takeaway or something on the way and head to the Y Valley? You good to drive?
You want nuggies, don't you?
That's a 2 takeaway
drive.
No,
she might not. Yeah.
Chop, Eddie, to the Y Valley, please.
Drive, to be fair, Gov. I mean,
driver.
One now and when we get there, because you know it's the Y Valley, so I mean you're going to be miles away from any nuggets after a while. So have something now. We'll have another one when we get past the Magor services, and then after that you're on your own. Literally, you're on your own. You know,
just imagine coming out holding like six boxes of 20 nuggets. You know, sort of like
share boxes. Right, I've got supplies.
Seriously, up there, it's Tesco's and Spar or bust once you get up to Y Valley. I'm afraid. So yeah.
We still got the dead pigeons with fingers in a cool box in our car.
No, we left them. We left them. No, we left them in a. No, we put them in a locker somewhere for Harold Lemon to pick up.
We did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
To find.
So come and pick them up. They're going to start to smell soon.
Yeah. Okay, so Twist will, if she's not driving, she'll try and see if she can Google anything to do with RJ Ortega to find home address or anything like that.
Now you did come across some stuff with Ortega last time. Just to remind you a little bit, he has various places where he
penthouses, Ipswich, London, Manhattan, University.
There you go. Yep. There you go. You already have that.
So probably Ipswich or London if he's in the UK then.
Yeah.
So not in Plymouth.
So, you jump in your car. Don't remember which car it is, but it's a car.
We got rid of one and then we got another one.
You did.
Don't know.
Oh, we stole a Volvo.
Was it?
Oh no, that went into the canal, didn't it? The Volvo.
Yeah, the Volvo A80 went in the.
We burnt out the blue one. It was the one that.
Yeah. So what are we driving now?
Special people van, and then we got. I don't know. We found something else. We got something else.
Another car.
Something.
Yeah.
We've stolen plates.
Have no idea.
Morris Minor. I don't know.
Are we going to be awkward outside going, I can't remember what one's our car?
So,
pressing the button.
You'll jump into your
getaway car sprayed up the side of it so we don't lose it.
Just something nice and inconspicuous. You jump into
Cadillac.
the car and you head down the M5 or up the M5, I suppose it would be, up to Bristol, and then you cross over into the Y Valley, and it takes like a couple of hours or so to kind of head up that direction, and I know this because I just Googled it. I sound like I speak with authority. That's because Google gives me that authority. You as you start to head into actually some like really lovely countryside. It's like some nice hills around, and you've got these valleys with various like small kind of groups of houses as you start driving through. Very, very beautiful and picturesque, and you're getting there around about 1-2 o'clock. Now you were given actually GPS coordinates of where the last point that this helicopter was found, and actually there was talk of there were some search and rescue. There were some search and rescue groups who managed to find the wreckage, but they were all told to stay away.
Yes.
So you drive through the Wye Valley, and you arrive at what you believe is the right junction.
So a little way out
Which is-
from the GPS coordinates as well. Twist is going to make sure everybody puts on a mask. That she had taken some proper, like I remember at the start that I said that she would have bought some proper protective PPE for that kind of thing. That she's going to make sure everybody's got masks on and
Yeah, cool.
got their
that makes
their
sense.
HSA badges ready.
Okay. All right. So you drive, and you eventually you find your way to this turn off, and there's all of these beautiful forest trees either side of you, and you start going down some routes. You're following the GPS, Eddie. That the coordinates that have been given to you, and your Vauxhall Skoda, what I don't know, whatever it is that you've actually taken, it's not completely built for this kind of track, but you do manage to eventually find your way as close as you can to a point where you're able to just kind of park up, and you figure it's perhaps half an hour, maybe 45 minutes trek to the north.
We've seen any sign of like police or anyone like
No.
taping anything off, or
No, not at the moment.
not at this point? Okay.
Do we have anything on us like radiation thingies? Beep thingies, like or anything
Peep
like that?
things.
You know,
Do you mean
basically
Geiger
check for things
counters?
like radio. Yes. That's
I
the one.
don't believe you do.
I think you'll find that in the iPhone of that period, there was actually a function that was built in.
2008.
Yeah, no, 2014.
2014.
Ah.
Okay.
So I think you'll find.
Oh yeah, of course. It was the
iPhone
I
Geiger
forget
counter.
which number it was, but yes.
Yeah,
it did
the
have that
iPhone 6, I think.
ill-fated Geiger counter.
Yeah, absolutely. It was.
Genuinely.
It wasn't terribly good, but it was discontinued for the iPhone 7. But the
Well, they
iPhone
found
6
out it was
did actually.
producing its own radiation. yeah. It's pretty bad.
So that explains why Cleric and his wife have never had children.
Never keep your phone in your trouser pocket, folks. Okay, so
Not an iPhone 6, anyway.
you work your way from your car through some forest, and there's it's not treacherous by any means. It's just it's a bit rocky in places, and there's a lot of trees, and you
Chris has
start.
got her normal clothes on again, so she got rid of the put the shirt in the car.
Oh, you're not
put
wearing
her
your
DMs.
snazzy shit.
No,
So you-
she's got her DMs back on, and she's ready
Yeah.
for.
We have. I assume everyone else has brought whatever weapons we have, just in case.
Cool. Okay, so what?
Yeah, Twist is armed.
I believe I have the Bulldog 44. I can't remember where I got it from, but you gave it. I think it was maybe found in the green box.
Yeah, it
but,
was. Yeah.
A revolver.
Did anybody bring?
Much more my style.
Did anybody bring the enormous machine gun?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I assume Cleric
one
has
that
the being
one
the
that
only
Twist
man
told
large
people
enough
to
to
keep,
carry
yeah.
it. I assume.
It's like one man squad weapon. Yeah. No, the thing is, I've not even got a gun. I've got an extendable baton. I think, and that was about it.
Yeah.
He
I
is.
think we
He
said
is a
something
gun.
before
He's a
about
human
trying to
gun.
get an M80 into a car.
If we see a car,
Interesting.
Right down the middle.
if
It's like
we-
right the way through everyone.
if we see a car that needs stopping, I shall kick it, and that'll be the end of that.
Because that
Twister's
works.
got some syringes and vials and shit like that on her, and her usual.
Your usual bullshit.
Get up.
Yep, cool. All right, okay.
I'll have a gun in the toolkit, but mostly I'll be relying on the torque wrench to start with.
Okay.
Oh, Twister's still got things like her mag light on her.
Yeah. We're all, we're
all of
kitted out.
those kind
We're
of things.
kitted out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all good. All right. So you work your way through this kind of foresty area, and you begin to see, actually, it looks like that there's an area that does look like it's kind of cordoned off. Someone's made a half-hearted attempt to put some tape around certain areas, just to kind of, here we go, this is perhaps an area where we don't go any further. And it takes you maybe another 10 minutes or so from that point to start.
Can we smell anything? Can we see any smoke or anything?
No. I mean,
Smoke?
it's just for clarity. Today will be I believe
I was going to
will,
say, how long's it been?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Great, thanks, computer. Stop.
A few days, isn't it?
It has been. It is.
Because it was the 2nd of
It
October.
should be around about October 6th, I believe.
It's about 4 days. Okay.
Yeah, so it was on October the 2nd when
He
it
was found
actually
dead.
crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. October the 2nd it crashed. October the 3rd, you guys started at around 8 a.m. And now it's about 3 days later or so. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Brilliant. Right.
And what time of day is it, did you say?
Well,
Couple of hours, midday-ish?
Started
Midday, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, it's about 1 o'clock.
Cool. Okay, so it's still good lighting. And
Yeah, you have.
it's October, so we
you
won't have
have-
daylight for long, but it's still
No, you know that.
probably get dark about what, 7?
No, it'll be
Half
earlier
6,
than that.
7 October?
October probably.
It's early October. Don't forget September's summer.
Yeah, you're starting to head into like about 6, 7 o'clock, I guess. Yeah. So you trudge your way through the undergrowth, and I would like each of you to roll me a perception. Well, it wouldn't be a perception. It's a alertness. Yeah, alertness. This isn't
Let's see if
D&D
I am
for fuck's sake. Next thing I know.
Let me see
Oh,
if
that was
I am
harsh.
alert or not.
So, I'm very good with alertness. I have 76, but I rolled a 99.
Oh!
Oof.
I think these dice are somehow loaded. Hold on. Okay. So if everything's a 0, so I've rolled 2 zeros and a 0.
That's 100.
That's
Is that 100?
It's 100.
Yeah.
So that's
Does it
like
go
the
the other way? Yeah.
ultimate failure.
I thought I'd done really well.
Fail.
I got like a critical fail, and you got.
Right.
A crit
Well,
fail.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is 9 in the
No,
basis of
99 would be a crit fail.
99 would
Yeah.
also be a
100
crit
wouldn't
fail.
be.
As
What?
is,
I don't know
Actually,
the rules of the game. Like
one
maybe
would
100
also
is.
be a crit success, even though it's not a double number. But yeah.
Well, I've rolled 100. So.
my
Ooh, but I can mark
alertness
a
is
failure.
not
Hooray.
too
Yeah.
bad. My alertness is not too bad. It's actually one of my better ones. It's 39. Unfortunately, I rolled 82.
Eddie.
I've got really good alertness as
Save
well.
us,
And I just
Eddie.
rolled so.
I got 67 under 70, so a bare pass.
Wow.
Thank goodness
Okay.
one of us has got our eyes open.
All right.
God.
I think Twist is like she's got a mask slightly too high, and it's just like.
Yes, the masks are
Getting in the
slipping
way of
over your
vision.
eyes very slightly. What? Let's say you are, because obviously you are walking through like this underbrush, and you got all of these, twigs and plant life that is essentially it's kind of like getting in your face, and it's just distracting you. Argus, you slip very slightly in a little bit of a ditch, and
I feel like clerics in front of
Twist
Twist.
my ankle unpleasantly. Yeah.
I feel like clerics in front of Twist, and he's so tall that he keeps walking past trees and stuff with these massive shoulders, and it keeps flinging branches towards Twist's face.
There are large twigs smacking you in the face. So you're all distracted.
Full on logs and branches,
Massively. Eddie, on the other hand, for some weird reason, maybe it was that he was a Cub Scout or something like that. Maybe perhaps.
Look. Here's a man who's definitely been, walking in the woods, maybe with some other fellas. Maybe they're carrying another fella who's perhaps not alive to bury him. Like, come on.
He knows his way around.
Duffel bags and shovels.
Three men walking in a forest carrying a body because they're not gay. Yeah.
Classic.
So Eddie is looking around. And Eddie, you see about like 30, 40 meters away, it looks like some kind of wreckage of some description. It looks like actually like glints of metal, and that's all you can really see from about this distance, because there's still quite a lot of cover from trees. What would you like to do?
Approach cautiously.
Are you stealthing up to it?
Yeah, I'd stalk up to it, I think, yeah.
Okay, what about the rest of you? Are you paying attention to Eddie, or is it...
I think so.
If he stops and says, "Look over there," there's the helicopter, then we might be taking notice. Yes.
Sure. Okay.
Sorry,
So
Pip.
Yeah,
No, that's all right. I was going to say I'll go with him. I'll endeavour to stealth. My stealth's 50. It's not too bad.
cool. Okay.
My stealth is not very good, so I'll stay here.
And you know
Twist's
what?
stealth is 78, so she's good.
So you're okay.
She'll stealth.
Now, it is a perfectly legitimate thing for the people that are like slightly squishier to stay behind. That's cool. There is no issue with that. This is not D&D.
I assume you're
Twist
just
is-
bringing this up randomly.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to be bringing this up.
I'm
Twist
saying,
is squishy, but Twist doesn't care. Like, Twist is like, fuck that, no, I've got guns.
yeah. Look,
stealthy.
you're
Go.
concerned about this area. I'm playing spooky music, and and look, the thing is like within a scenario like this, if you're stealthing up to somebody or something, then the people that you're more concerned about getting deaded very quickly, it's always fine to have them stay behind. This is real life, as it were. Yeah?
Okay, who are we concerned about it getting deaded early?
Well, it's just in terms of like if anybody is running low on health.
I have 10
or
hit
anything
points.
like that, you're all fine. I'm just
Look,
saying. That it's,
I need to lose this sanity point. Let's fucking do this.
do
Let's
this.
Go.
Yeah.
And
Let's fucking do this. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also very curious, and I believe that I would go with him. I've got my camera out.
All
I'm
good.
ready to start taking pictures of this helicopter crash.
Argus, Twist, Eddie, roll me some stealth, please.
Come on, let's do this.
I roll 23, and that is under
Okay.
a lot. It's under 78.
Okay, so I think I need to stop using this 1 percentile dice because it's rolled double zeros the last like 3 times I've rolled. Right. But to be fair, the other dice I've rolled is a 5. So I believe that makes
It's
it
a 5. Yeah.
which is a big success. So yeah, I'm the knight.
I have got my extendable baton out, by the way. Just in case.
Are you standing there doing majorettes with it?
Probably just sort of like doing the thing of what you do if you got a stick, you know, just like seeing if you could chop the grass and small like.
Okay. You're not pretending it's a lightsaber then and doing the whole empty wrapping paper. Wong, wong, wong.
Maybe, and then sort of like turn around and see you looking at me, as like, and then stop. I am your father.
I'm afraid I've got to let down the side. With his humongous body going through these branches, it's not an easy situation in which to stealth. He's accustomed to, sneaking up to people in dark alleyways or, in car parks or in some cases their own bedroom. But, this is not his thing, so he's got a 69 over 50, I'm afraid.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Twist's like,
Eddie, you are walking along. Everybody else seems actually very quiet, and you're kind of going, yeah.
This is funny because if something bad happens, it's like we're all creeping along together, and then something leaps out, and Eddie's like, "Where are the others? Are gone? They're not there. I'm on my own. I'm alone."
It's all right. It's Eddie. He could just.
Eddie,
he is the most physically capable of all of us.
So
I believe.
Exactly.
You're walking, and there is a twig snap, and it sounds like a gunshot in this quiet. And in fact, you hear some birds just go just off in the distance.
Twist kind of tries to move away from that sound if it's anywhere near her, so she's not.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And you wait a moment, and nothing's happening.
Twist has also put her phone on silent.
So
Classic.
Hello! Fuck off, Harold!
Can I interest you in a new contract with O2? Right, so
I'm in the forest. I'm being quiet.
I'll hear you. You walk towards this wreckage, and you can see that it is the helicopter, which, or at least you assume it is, otherwise there'd be a very weird coincidence. It is the helicopter that you were expecting there to be. And from what you can tell, it has crashed into a set of trees and then kind of flipped slightly. So when it's hit the tree, it's caught on some branches and it's kind of turned over on itself slightly, and now it's resting on its side. The propeller blades, most of them have like it's been mostly kind of snapped off, but there's one that's sort of dug into the mud, and it's carnage. Like there's tree branches.
Is it broken?
And things
is
like
the helicopter broken into parts, or is it just like?
No, it looks like the propeller blades are knackered. And the tail looks like it has also had a bad time of things, and it's kind of
so the thinner bits look a bit funny, but the rest
it's very
of it is
twisted.
Solid.
And on the whole, the body looks like it is fairly solid at the moment, from what you can tell.
So can Twist look around stealthily, but can she look around to see if there's any animals, birds, whatever, people in the area,
in the vicinity,
that look a bit weird?
yeah, of course you can. In fact, everybody's more than welcome to give a an alertness or a search if they feel that way inclined.
I might have a search while I'm standing. Actually, no, I'll do alertness whilst I'm standing back wherever it was at the end of the path.
I'm going to get in on a search.
Oh,
What?
So 78 over 28.
Remember
What are you
mark
going to
the
roll,
stuff
Eddie?
off.
Yeah, no. That's why I went for search, because I've already got a tick in alertness.
Nice.
yeah.
I
What
went
are you
with
gonna
my
roll, Eddie?
strong suit,
what do
which
you
was
do?
alertness. I have a 70 in alertness, and I rolled a 99.
Oh. So I was waiting to see which one of the two that one of you didn't pass, because I have success on whichever one I want to do.
Oh, that's fine.
So I was like,
Either
right,
is
which
fine.
one shall I do?
Doesn't matter. It's all good.
Shall I do alertness? Shall I do search? Alertness would be noticing things around the area, a bit like perception, right?
Yeah.
And search is to see if I find anything.
Well, search is if you're looking for things. Cleric.
So
My search was also futile. I have a search of 35 and rolled a 98.
Okay.
I'm
Cleric.
too busy pretending it's a lightsaber.
Just yes. Just to be clear on this, Cleric, you're still further back, aren't you?
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
still okay. That's fine.
Are you sure you want to
just-
be further back?
Just making sure.
So twist.
Making sure.
So twist. For what I said that I wanted her to do, is to be looking for if there's any people, creatures that look a bit weird, or like we saw before with birds and things. Like if there's anything that just doesn't seem like it's quite as it should be. Would you, Mr. GM?
I would say
whatever
that's a search.
Yeah, okay, I'll do search.
Okay, all right. So you're looking specifically for kind of like.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 under a 30 something.
Okay, so it's like. All right, so you're looking for fauna. Okay.
It was actually under a 41. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's all good. Right, Argus, you're walking along, and you just one of the twigs from earlier that got you in the face. It's actually got like there's a bit of bark or something like that, dirt in your eye, and you're just really rubbing it, and it's like, oh god, my eye's sore.
Maybe they get that sap on that, like a bramble scratches you and it just itches after
really
a while
annoying.
as well. It's
Eddie, you're walking along and looking around, and you step in some deer shit.
I look down, see the colour of it, and go, oh, thank fuck. Oh.
Brown
my heart
for
was
the
in my
win.
throat then. Oh.
If it's deer shit, has it?
Deer.
If it's deer shit, has it got
Yes.
coffee beans from a civet?
No, it's not. It's not that kind of thing. Twist.
Don't eat it. Yeah.
You, however, you're looking around and you don't see a lot of wildlife actually.
No birds. Because
there's
when
some
somebody
birds.
stood on the twig,
there's some birds that
birds went up,
fluttered
didn't
off, but you don't see an awful lot.
so there's deer
certainly
shit
not-
on the floor, but no deer.
Yeah, there's no deer around that you can see. There's no squirrels or anything like that. There may be some birds up in the trees, but from
I
what you
cast
can
talk
see-
to animals.
different game. So you see some birds just up in the trees, but from what you can tell, they just look like birds. There's nothing like kind of weird or fingery
No
about
fingers or yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
them. Yeah. And cleric, you.
Could I
Yeah.
possibly? Could we only do a search? Could we only do a search or an alertness, or could I possibly roll
You can do
as
an
well
alert-
for
you can do an
alertness?
alertness. You can do a search or an alertness. That's fine.
I just did a search, so I might do.
That's fine. I mean, if you were searching for something else, that's a different kind of search, really. Also, don't forget there is a helicopter that is right there.
Yeah. We haven't quite got to the helicopter. We can see it, but I'm not in the helicopter. I rolled a 10 and a 0. It's 10, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so I'll do search on the helicopter. For very slowly
Blue
getting
stuff.
closer, but not too close. Looking if there looks like there's just anything weird going on with it, and if we can see anything that looks like it might be a container or paperwork or people actually, or dead people, that kind of shit.
Oh, people.
Dead people as well I was going to go for.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Twist, you slowly make your way towards this helicopter that's on its side.
Twist takes out her gun and takes the safety off.
You walk very slowly up to the side of this helicopter, and you start to peek your head just over the top. And you can see that there is... it looks like...
Twist also forgets herself, and she starts doing the signals for stay, come, this way, yeah. Back to the others.
So you see, like, on the door of the helicopter, it looks like it burst out.
So like an explosion.
Yeah. So
Like
it looks like it is actually it's there, but it looks like there's a lot of debris that hit, rather than perhaps being hit by some kind of a branch or something.
It doesn't look like it's being kicked
down.
by a Reacher. It looks like it's actually
It looks
exploded
like
out.
something. It's an explosion as opposed to an implosion.
Yeah.
You don't see any dead bodies in this helicopter.
So even the pilot is not there.
A little bit more looking, and there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing in this helicopter.
Any signs that they were rescued by third party?
There's personal artifacts there. So there's like a lighter that's got an inscription on it. There's
Twist picks that up with tweezers and puts it in a thingy bag.
There's a couple of
without
shoes.
touching it.
There's
shoes.
Yep.
Shoes.
There's a wristwatch.
Are these shoes? Here's a question. Are these shoes or boots?
The boots look like.
You mean like protective boots or shoes?
They look.
I mean, are they boots or are they shoes?
They look like they're boots that were perhaps military boots.
Military boots. Interesting. So, are they completely laced up?
No, it looks like they've perhaps been perhaps been wrenched off of a foot or something like that.
Oh, okay. So what? Like the laces are split?
Yeah.
Or
yeah. It looks
right,
like it's a fucked up boot.
Cool. Sorry, I will. I'm not even there. I've got a stick in my eye. So.
Oh no, this is all fine. I'm more than happy for everybody to kind of converge on this.
Is there any blood or any signs of a struggle? Any scratches? Any anything that looks like someone's been dragged or anything like that around?
Give me another search. Other people are more than welcome to join in with this if they want to.
Yeah,
I failed.
Thing I'll search.
You failed.
Do I need search or alertness?
That would be a search.
Okay, I failed. 82 over 40 something.
John, quick detail on the boots. Are the boots made of leather?
Yeah, I think most military boots are still made of leather, aren't they? Or are they the kind of canvas as well? I think you can get those ones.
No, most
I
of
think
them are
desert
leather.
boots are for, yeah.
Yeah.
The desert boots are canvas, yeah.
Yeah, looks like.
For the for my role, I'd like to see if I can search for anything odd with the local wildlife. So, am I seeing any weird plants or anything along those lines?
Bear in mind that Twist did also have a look for.
But if he's looking for flora rather than fauna,
Okay. Yeah, you're
Might
looking
be
for
a bit
specifically
different, so-
plants and things.
Yeah, just anything that seems to be the wrong color or
Okay.
anything along those lines.
Okay.
I think it's a bit mutated and growthy.
Nope. Again, I'm a steady boy. 82 over 50.
Surely those are stinging
just-
nettles over there. That's all you see. Sorry, Argus.
Just trying some different stuff here. Do we have access to the cockpit?
You do have access to the cockpit.
Is there a radio in the cockpit?
There is a radio in the cockpit.
How fucked is it?
It's fairly fucked.
Fairly fucked? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
not
it-
gonna-
No, look, you're able to go over to it. You kind of flick a few switches.
Oh, is it radio? I mean, I guess what I'm thinking about is like a flight recorder, right? Like,
Like a
Black
black
box.
box or something.
yeah, there's going to be one of those, right?
Yes.
Unless
Now,
it's been taken, but yeah.
now
I don't know that Arthur knows like a huge amount about helicopters.
yeah.
I definitely don't have anything in the helicopters skill, but
Twist can help it to a certain part just because of her background. She's more likely to know stuff to do with.
yeah, I guess I want to
black
find out what
boxes and
happened.
stuff like
I
that.
want to
Yeah.
see if there's any way to find out any kind of recording of what happened when this thing went down. Basically, is what I'm after. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna dig around for that. I'm happy to make it a roll. I'm not good at searching for things. It's not my forte.
That's okay.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Roll for me. Roll for me. I don't mind what you roll.
All right. It's not likely, but come on, dice. Come on. No. 50 over 28.
Okay. Yeah, you are. What is it that you're actually doing?
I'm trying to find the black box. I want to know where that is because
Okay.
there would be one.
You start kind of poking at the main console just at the front.
I've
and you're like, yeah, man, it's surely
Crouched
over
into
here.
the cockpit as
Where
best
would-
I can.
Yeah, where would you put your black box? Right, it's gonna be here, surely.
Probably.
You're poking around and you all you actually see is just wires and boxes, and you haven't got a foggiest of what is what. Other people are more than welcome to.
Oh shit! I should have rolled. I should have rolled for. Actually, no. I don't know if the electrician would have helped me here.
It might.
It
Might
might.
do.
Fuck it.
Um,
I'm going to try that, and
if-
before I do, I'm going to stick my head out of the shattered window of this helicopter, and I'm going to try and wave Cleric over because I know he's good at this stuff.
okay.
So I'm going to be like, get over. You know, if you're sort of hiding in the tree line with
If Twist
giving
sees
us
you waving,
giving us cover with your baton.
You okay?
Get over here, you giant bastard.
if Twist sees him doing that, Twist is also going to start making a line for them. So.
Come on. 26 under 45 for electrician. So I don't know if that helps me. Maybe it helps me get the radio going. I don't know.
I would like to see if I can Google once Argos has told me what he's looking for.
Yeah.
I'd like to Google what kind of helicopter is it? Is it a Lynx or something like that?
Oh, good, really good question. Yeah, you just Google everything. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't remember what I.
How often are you playing a tabletop role-playing game where your character would conceivably
Can
have
Google.
access to Google? You'd just be like, oh yeah, just
totally.
Google that. I just Google it, and then I know.
What was that noise? I'm going to Google strange noise in the
Strange
woods.
noise in woods.
It was it was a dragon, specifically a black dragon in heat. So Bard, get in
Probably
there.
adolescence, yeah.
Right. I think
I'm sure. I seem to recall you saying it's a Lynx or something.
Lynx. I think you're right. Yeah.
So I would like to Google Lynx black box.
Okay.
A new fragrance.
It's a new fragrance. Smells good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The smell of oil.
So you Google Lynx black box and it
something to that effect anyway.
Sure, and you and
see lots
between
of
you and
promotions
Argus,
on Superdrug for Africa. Yep.
between you and Argus, you have a look and it's like, oh, okay, so it's actually perhaps kept in a slightly different area, and you look towards the rear of the aircraft, underneath a panel that's in the floor that's meant to be a lot more kind of robust, and you pull it up.
An arrow saying black box here.
And there's a massive yellow box actually.
Yeah.
That's got stripes on it. And it says flight recorder. And that is where we will end it for this week.
No.
Yes.
We find the flight recorder, but it's blue.
It's yellow.
It's blue for some reason.
Thank you very much for your patience and your time and your love and your blue goops. We will be back next week. We shall. It will happen. Thursdays, for the foreseeable future, maybe, unless something happens. And tomorrow we are not streaming, but we do have over on our YouTubes the Three Black Halflings show that happened over at Dragon Meet, which was filmed by me. And obviously go check out the wonderful Realms of Peril and Glory liminal live set that they did, that's also on the YouTube.
I was in that one
at Dragon Meet again.
Yeah.
You're in all of them.
Everything.
I'm not. I have a job.
And then yes, next week, next Friday, we should have the first of 3 D&D games, which running. It's a 3-shot. It's not just a 1-shot or a 2-shot. It's a 3-er. By the lovely Dan at Tales on Tap. So come and enjoy that stuff, because there will be frolics.
There'll be dungeons, possibly dragons.
Dungeons and or dragons.
Maybe some cake.
Maybe some cake.
Probably not cake.
Dungeons
some
and
dice,
cakes.
Cookies.
Some good times.
Cookies and dragons. Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you.
I would like to
Thank you.
to do the honours of round tabling everybody, because you all have things that you like to talk about and do things, not just on actual play. Mr. Pip, who are you and why?
Why am I? Well, 36 years ago, my mother and father. No. I'm Pip Gladwin from the Realms of Peril and Glory podcast. You can find us there if you just Realms of Peril and Glory in some sort of search engine, you'll find us. And if you're curious about what is going on there at the moment, then on Monday, we're going to be announcing our little slate, or at least part of our slate for this year. So there's some exciting stuff.
Cool.
I can't say what it is because it's Mondays when it's happening. I know what it is, but if you would like to know what it is,
You have to wait for the surprise.
then check us out on Monday. We'll be doing there'll be drops on social media. I assume there'll be a drop on the podcast feed as well, just sort of saying, hey, here's what we got going on. So there's that. And if you're interested in anything else that I might be getting up to, I will be found at Pip_Gladwin on Twitter, which is what it's called. Shut up.
Told. Natalia, you're a person. Why?
I'm a person. Why? So I'm Natalia Hull. I am part of Trolls of Two-Ton Bridges, or TOTB podcast, if you're on the socials. We are hopefully going to be getting back to starting to release some of the podcasts if John gets 5 minutes. And so you can see what we've been up to with that. We're actually going to get back to playing again because we've had a little bit of a gap, which would be lovely as well. Might even do some in person. Ooh.
Amazing.
Yeah, and that is mainly what I am doing in the world of games and stuff, and this.
and this. Thank you, Natalia. Nick, is what Natalia said mostly the same as what you're going to say?
Mostly the same. Very much looking forward to getting back into TOA, and
it's Tomb of Annihilation.
And getting stuff back out to you guys, assuming that anybody gets 5 minutes to themselves to spend on the Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges. But we're still here, and we're still we still love you all.
Damn straight, Simon. Huh?
Huh?
Care?
See.
Yeah, I'm Simon from the Chaotic Neutral Games community, and we will be starting some new content in a month or so's time as we start up with a new Lancer campaign, and we're going to be jumping into Leyline Press's Salvage Union, which is a lovely game. Check it out.
Boom.
Yeah.
On it.
Max and Max and Max.
Oof. Remember, subscribe, mash that like button, do it all, innit? Make sure you subscribe.
With
you are so rude, boy, John. You're convincing all of us.
Smashing it.
I say, mash that button,
Mash
rude
that
boy.
like button, chaps.
You.
Make sure that you subscribe.
If you mash anything today, just make sure it's that subscribe button.
Not just potatoes.
All right.
On that lovely image, thank you, everybody. It's delightful having you all here to go mad with me. Thank you.
Hey, we didn't do any sanity rolls today.
No sanity rolls today. Hey,
That's
guess
all
what's
next
happening
week.
next week?
Yeah.
Argus has still got his one
I'm
point.
hanging by a thread, guys. Yeah, tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
Watch my character absolutely lose his shit.
Yeah. Thanks very much. We have been Actual Play UK, and you have been you. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.